The best station in the capital. Good morning, 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 good morning. Sauda dantuomo, sauda bamba suo, sauda kemo, sauda fitting shopo, sempo uda bus stopo, sauda de ya plaster mo, na yem plaster mo, ebi kra de ya mo so, ebi su kra ya kwamansa ya dem. Yeina ade achie yo
Uda bronsansio Uda tademo Uda benchisio Usi abonsanya Yeina ade achie no Trasisio Uda bronsansio Uda tademo Uda benchisio Usi abonsanya Yeina ade achie no
ampa yeyina ade achie enti ne ayeka ne se yeda otwede ampon yankopon ase se ena no penso yete ye ho ene ye ne yabawura ofiem yabawura wadwumam ebi mpo na won sorry ne yeka ne se yabawura ho ide na wonim se program ba ko pe Saturday morning biada yede sumo ne yefre no asem idika ene yede sumo ewo neat 100.9 FM so ya frame openi KWADWO ODAME ADDO na mina mitina dwem emende so ya ba besumo mabuafo Juliana Oben sa so na Francis Okokoko omugya mechi na me boss kosi abuaje the darling boy onso ocheche kakrakra no bontina gaza enso techi a opiapia se munkoni fada bi ahawo ankoni ye ese onya abotre aha Father Dixon na anopei ya de wase pa na ende eye memene da the 5th day of April 2025 ye figana mantinum ntisia de obi ade no ho wankasa ba obra na enne eye 5th April me weye kase ba ko a sanopei uko Facebook ewo neat 100.9 FM so bonse ma shetuntum pa na se ama sapon kuma jesi papa da form no pages ye free happy. It was St. John's Methodist Church haya tantra haya na yebeko ina kwa jamnu na yese usi wa na wote ubebi nka usi ufirimu a na wote ubebi nka nti ama yetawochi tise na edi nkomo na egusu tawochi aha neat 100.9 FM sunie na enne eye memede unim se program ya hihye no fa memede bia de sumwo na wasugui enti frɛ obi no so frɛ obi na sa nipa no so frɛ obi no nka say the program is airborne yedem kre yedem bebia na wotwi mu efiri ukuada be na Sanit FM kuchuru kakra wo mu bebia wo nchiniye bebi kra da wo nche kra enti my program so no yetumi amfa nsomu ye nanso efiri ndra enwumre bese 8 no mu ebe die emuda ho papa enti mfomso ebe bia ene ye kan say akonsider de ba biara my listeners the chopper the mamu enti the mwaso se mwaji edi na mwaji atumu a abrini abi na mfidie eda meet 100.9 FM enti yebesomo na de bia me kai wo se yen ye wo motivational poem eye asemidika program yi enti se wo kai a ye na ye ba be recite se nde enso ye first time a utia misrew tie obetumi record na wabua echire se wes wantini ye obetumi abon kakra se po wantumi record a okonit 100.9 FM so Facebook a bohu se video no da ho obetumi abo arewine afọwede areverse ne opabia obetumi aye wo so wetumi nyansam ne bi na ode ahye kotodwem de bia meka cho se wuti no nyema ewom dọọso ba kotodwe de megidi se ibie nim sese aye kasai utumi di shem na de abri na tumi akaka se wo kaya mo amokai no yenko bro ni se ready go. It is a lesson you should heed. Try again. If at first you don't succeed, try again. Then your courage should appear. For if you persevere, you will conquer. Never fear. Try again. Mrs. Subio, I say it is a lesson you should heed. Try again. If at first you don't succeed, try again. Then your courage should appear. For if you persevere, you will conquer. Never fear. Try again. Wey, na mede ma wo say also fatu trim no kotodwem na tie munsam no. Pushi ko anim ebeye. Kobrama fo be say ebefa. Yes, ebefa. Once I won't give up there. Ebefa one day. So forge ahead. They say the downfall of a man is not the end of his life. Enti brother, sister, mami papa, mi nua ba kuku anim. They say abrabon sanet here, you fall, you get up, you fall, you get up. What you say? And refusal to take a risk is a risk by itself. What you say? Ensuro pimku anim nebeye. Ye ba sisi a.
FM Neo. Utie oha extra punk no. Needs FM. Best Point Savings and Loans sika krabia wo mu gina wo mu na so pampe na awieye mre yi mu a wanhwe ya na sika krabia bi ede asokwa ada na wachinchin nti ene sese wunya sika krabia bi ti se Best Point Savings and Loans omuda so a eya adwumaden atoto sika sem amano awie peye na enhyehyɛ pa wo mu ewo mo customers ye eye bocho na foforo kra wo mu ede aba monten eye Best Mobile Banking. Na kyerese bank no na wo ye no wo phone no so no. Enu nti se si ade. Se yesa line tintintin anase wo se wadachie. E wo sika krabia hode. Eni hobio na ani kasem akon eka ho ne se. Wo betumi asend sika, asan agi sika e wo phone so. Wo betumi asan atua wo bills. Ebi etese DSTV, Go TV, Star Times, Empo electricity bill, any water bills in Yinano. Who bet me at your FU phone no so, while Brawuti baby edge. Na who pay way, Ediana pay. Enunti, ye hear me say, Ubebue account our best point savings and loans. Na who ria, na wa dial *277#. Na would demugra. Washe, banking aye for sanu. Best point savings and loans. Ya makofa best mobile banking aba. Jimmy so say, wo phone ye, we seek asuni.
Best point savings and loans. Best point savings and loans. Your dream, our business. Heck.
Yes, your dream, our business. That's best point savings and loans for you. Your dream, it's our business. Would you dream, Mikeke? Just dream. Dream. Obino Tony also dream big, as bigger as the ocean. What else? Just dream. Have a big dream. Na best point to so. For business, no, and better to mouth. Nende. Ye babesum we. And somewhere na ochimu a pepe ye. The besumo. Empo and send you one now to a tremono. A sans and out to a tremor to me and bambasum wunti. A debi a kahwa. A debama was we in Sembia. A chogu ye a war now cha a tremu. Now to me a tremono. Na said there would no Jume, a chemu and sa. Offendi kano. Trending stories. Trending stories. Trending stories. If you are, you heard the big issue. The big issue on our table today. Ya share no so. Na efe chat one so. Yeni abedwafo atenase. Eye NDC MPP ne political analyst. Yeni on betenase onde. Nti from the NDC side no, eye Abdullah Sakra obaba fie ha. Sa so na Manuel Dakon from the MPP on so belande. And your political analyst, Nana Yao, Kuntun Kuruku, Asanitano, also Pe Kuntun Kurukuno, but Media Missim de Akano, Nana Yao, Kuntun Kuruku, Asanitano, on Subetanase, and see Yancha Hono, Yanko, our trending stories. First on our list, in Sembia, just a PPA, Honorable Felix Kwachi Ofosu, spokesperson on what government or government spokesperson at the Jubilee House. And on the Betuja, now no be a chim say President Mahama receive petitions. Some petitions, just to say, yen Chief Justice, Madam Araba Isaba Tokonu yenjinu emfiriwo yenfenyi ni nsinchen kra enti o se oboy amene sabre no ka se President Mahama so ono the conveyor belt wa forward asamna ma Council of State na hu beye dedwa ensensem pie ye we chenadwe lawyers cheomadwen lawyers kukudam je se eni a lawyer fu bebre kasai mebi kra ka se si dia President Mahama wa forward adna koma Council of State ni de na se ayehu papa ese maame no ti ekeka de ti ekeka na Alois bisu chemu se President Mahama yesa na se ofua so se yebeyi maame no ewomu a na Vincent Eko Asefua oyo honorable Otafo constituency MPP oyo lawyer ni mapa na odi table assembly kodu asendi bia se bo eba ne sen na President Mahama obidi petition abro say yenyi Chief Justice awafo de akoma Council of State nti on de o court ne say sa asem na aba no ombongu oma president ntwensan on si president kwan kra say on to me enyi Chief Justice emfiri honom na eno na Chief Justice Araba Isaba Tokonu Madam papa o de betu dwa say ono sa petition na aba no kra no onye bi kinkan ye enti President Mahame misrewada petition no mami bi na me so mimbom na mi hu ne ekoso na President Mahama say no problem. I say Madam Chief Justice ye ma 10 days fashion na for respond to the petition. It's President Mahama and my Chief Justice 10 days. 10 days no say ye kanya. Na say ye 8 days. Etwem. Isansa na ye working days, weekends in ho. Ntina saka 2 days. Na just say hwebe. Ebrada ebe na 10 days na President Mahama edema Chief Justice no aso. Nti ho na ebe hu say response Madam Chief Justice edebama omai anaze president a otedwa so. This answer me ebe pie ma ye say 10 days no eso a eden na ebe pie firim. Na what you mu na Parliament of Ghana omo pass the gold board bill. Si ababa ye mbra president so sign. Si ababa ye mbra say ye nya bibi ti say gold board similar to cocoa board. Oh, ye cocoa board. Na say nya gold board. Enti say obi or ye gold and or ye mining otufo megudie na so person ton a so di hu gold board no motor. Ti say na cocoa board enso etoto cocoa every cocoa ekuafo ho no sa pepepe nti we miner say won ha ho tafi na wo bepe buyer from South Africa, from Australia, from wherever. So mbambeto gold. Ghana gold board ebeto gold ni na no mo ankasa ahwe kwan a omde be faso. No mo pass sa bill no parliament no. BBC Bibi esi enkrofo kasai enkrofo ekasai yentie Honorable Kojo Oponkroma on the floor of the house say gold board odin chemu bi eba yentie Honorable Kojo Oponkroma on the floor of the house yentie no.
Mr. Speaker, thank you for the opportunity to contribute to the motion before the House. Mr. Speaker, as was mentioned by the Chief Whip, this is a very important subject, and our pleasure will be that this matter is not more or less rushed through on a single night. Gold is one of our largest foreign exchange earners, about $11 billion, 57% of our exports for the year 2024. And if we are making such major legislation that affects the infrastructure of trading in gold, our pleasure would have been that we spend some time and do some more consultations, engage various actors, National House of Chiefs, many other actors, before we proceed with this legislation. Mr. Speaker, be that as it may, we are clear in our minds. We don't have the numbers to even halt this or stop this. But what we are doing is that we are proposing a number of amendments to help mitigate the risk in what we think government is doing. Because if you look at the objectives of government, you want to increase foreign exchange reserves, you want to improve gold exports, you want to improve or grow our gold reserves itself and curb smuggling. Mr. Speaker, within the current ecosystem, we have enough institutions to do that. Between the Minerals Income Investment Fund and PMMC as is, and the Bank of Ghana, there are enough institutions to do that. We don't need to create a new institution, the Gold Board, to be able to do this. Because these new institutions have a way of creating new layers of bureaucracy, rent-seeking behavior, inefficiencies in and of themselves. And we would have preferred that the old institutions would be strengthened to do this job. The Minerals Commission has a lot of powers when it comes to granting licenses for exports, etc. We don't need to create a new institution. But if we are doing, Mr. Speaker, one of our proposals would be that we create an institution that will do the regulatory functions and then a limited liability company that will do the commercial functions. Because the PMMC under PNDC Law 819 was a public corporation. And later, after the Justice Crabb report, it was turned into a limited liability company for financial efficiency. But today, with what you are creating, you are going back to creating a public corporation. What does it mean? It means you are giving them $279 million, but it's not capital. They will not be required to make profit and pay dividends to the government. If we are complaining that Cocoa Board has become a black hole, just sucking money on a regular basis, why are we going back to create a public corporation that is not capitalized? And so our preference will be that you separate a regulator from a commercial entity and properly capitalize this commercial entity to do the work of gold trading. Mr. Speaker, another matter is your formula for improving our forex reserves. And if you listen to the finance minister clearly and read the memo, what you are hoping to do is to attract $250 million every week to buy gold, but to give that $250 million every week to the central bank, and for the central bank to give cedis for the purchase of gold. There's a question. Does this economy have the capacity to mint the cedi equivalent of $250 million every week without contributing to inflation? I believe the answer is no. That's why the IMF asked the Bank of Ghana to stop participating in the Gold for Oil program. And so, Mr. Speaker, it creates a real risk that in the end, the volumes that you are looking at, you may be going towards inflation. My final point, Mr. Speaker, in the current bill you have brought, there are no clear provisions for traceability. And traceability when it comes to these natural resources is a big deal. We already have a problem with illegal mining in Ghana. If we are going to pump $250 million a week to stimulate gold production in the end, more or less, if you don't have traceability requirements, we fear that that $250 million weekly will go to stimulate illegal gold mining. And so, Mr. Speaker, we will be proposing amendments aimed at tightening it and ensuring that traceability requirements are put into this legislation to avoid it becoming an instrument for funding Galamsey. But our preference will be, Mr. Speaker, that we grant ourselves some more time, some more weeks, to have an opportunity to engage some more and get a tighter and more meaningful legislation than what we have as a bill before us currently. I thank you, Mr. Speaker, for the opportunity.
Enti say honorable Kojo Ponkrumade to parliament enim so mo the good board na aban pese oteno yes omokra na yaba parliament wo mo numbers kra de omuntumi fan ya hwe say minority will have their say but majority will have their way enti omo de enchechembi na omo wode ma no kansa e wo floor of parliament wie pe na NPP fue minority in parliament say kekedeke yembo bio gold board na mpasa mo pass no yenka ho a mo dwane free parliament and so mo free parliament na ma koye press conference chenchiriche e wo parliament abonte ho no mo so mo ni inside na omokoye press conference yentie honorable afenyomakin abra na odensem etu centrofu enim na NDC majority caucus nso shechembe ho no mo a na omo pass bill no yentie sidia honorable afenyomakin edensem etum.
The challenges we face as a nation, specifically on Galamsey. I believe that Galamsey became a major issue during the elections. Our friends who have the reins of government now made some promises to the nation. Today, they are now the apostles who are promoting Galamsey. They are using their numbers to now establish what has become known as a Galamsey board. Now, this Galamsey board, from what transpired on the floor, government, instead of investing in agriculture, government, instead of investing in the women banking, government, instead of investing in the 24-hour economy policy that it's used for the elections, is rather giving 4.6 billion cedis to Galamsey operators. If you bring an enactment and you say your focus is on small-scale mining, all of us in this country know small-scale mining is Galamsey. So the question is this government really ready to fight Galamsey? How do you say you are establishing a new entity that is going to monopolize the purchase of gold from small-scale miners, otherwise known as Galamseyers, and now you are going to regulate Galamsey and you are going to give them money? Sisi aban say ono edisike be ma Galamsey for na waboa na Galamsey no akoso chese den ekoso wo Ghana mi bisa o yensuo na ese na yenyina ye ka ho asem no yenuanu mendisi for omo ba ban mo si da bi wo kai a mo amukọ nsuo na no koye press conference ka say yensuo no asesa kala emigidi say yenyina ya de ehan entinu sa wo ba na wa be ye ni yie and the researcher rather no wo de 4.6 billion and e de command crofo say omonfa enko say yensuo yesi munja ya musio after all Chinese for no ema yen crofo ni sika e de ye nti se ano aban na nkasa pese odi ni sika koshem nti mo de beboa mo party members na party members no etumi e de akwakọ ye Galamsey ye ke bibi tremo say with time the true colors of this NDC will be known. I think today you've all seen them, but let us assure you, we the mighty minority, we are assuring you that we'll continue to be constructive in our criticism. We will not criticize for the sake of criticizing, but we would hold their feet to the fire. We've been in government before and we know the challenges, and of course we admit that whilst in government we didn't get it all right. Of course, it's the reason why our friends are in government today. So if you are in government today, your job is to do it right and make it better, but not what we are seeing today. It is very sad and want the people of Ghana to take note.
Enti say na minority leader honorable Afenyo Markin editu dwa say omo de gold board omo mfua so na okasem bi o say den dey si wo Ghana honorable hwinsi yo hwinsi o say bi say anawo ka bibi say Galamsey anase small scale mining enwane Galamsey oh honorable ne de Ghana for so omo ne ya adwun o omono ya adwin cross statement na o make say small scale mining and one Galamsey na NDC abanye tisu ebe man party full soldiers mom de akokotu Galamsey enche bia ya na MPP aban motisu na muchirem say so small scale mining na so Galamsey even though uko ye locality na omuka se Galamsey but mu MPP for muchirem pa me hu say so small scale mining and esro galamsey small scale miners no omo license galamsey for ni license then there na asesa biewa honorable oba be chair say small scale mining and one galamsey nti e ho de honorable yesrewada na nu firi ho pe na Richard Ahiagba my senior brother or say President Mama can't fight Galamsey on to meet that due to political tie. Just say on Galamsey yes no abra yeko 2024 elections he promises will make it to them. And there's no way our baby aban sui President Mama betumi akonda on to me to us da on to me to us da and Richard Ahiagba and so na okani Okaya Lands Minister, Honorable Kofi Amabua Emmanuel. God is with us. I say, share. Why na see into me uncle? Why na see into me uncle? Yeah, vow say, just say, Galamsey, you be trust your crack. Yente Honorable Emmanuel Ama Kofi Bua. Ni interview bi oni Avle. On yentie no e o City TV so yentie no the way Avle bisa nsem a honorable so ya no obi yentie make your own judgment say ampase Galamsey no aban ai na dwuso mbetu ase a oba fili say ontu ase so a oba fili yentie honorable Amakofibua on the Galamsey yentie no
You've had 79 days in office. Why haven't you declared state of emergency?
We are treating the matter as an emergency matter. I've just told you. And we are working on the clock 24 hours a day. The thing is that in a free society, even when there's crisis, you try to solve it without creating fear and panic. And that's what this government
But it's not a national state of emergency. I think that's the claim in September, October, which I believe you agreed with, was that state of emergency should be declared in specific areas.
I think we are.
And you agreed to that?
We are already doing it.
You have not.
Well, we have. I just told you how did we in less than a month reverse 7 red to yellow? I'm just simply telling you that we have decided that these matters are matters of grave importance, and they are matters that must be dealt with all the urgency and emergency that it deserves.
Minister, state of urgency is not an adjectival clause; it's a legal term.
Yes.
You know more than I do. Article 31(1).
Yes.
It talks about things like curfews, restrictions of movement.
Who has the power to declare it?
The president.
Good.
With the support of parliament,
yes,
which you have a 2/3 majority.
This is what I know. The president is treating this matter as a top priority. But the president wants to make sure that the people of Ghana can be assured that he's on top of this.
So why has he opted not to declare the state of emergency?
I just told you. He's dealing with the issue and we are making progress. And the people of Ghana can
But that was not your view in opposition.
I'm just telling you what is important here. I don't know what was our view.
Well,
we told you we deal with the matter with all the serious.
In fact, one of your colleagues, who's now a cabinet minister, he said that Mahama needs just 5 days to deal with Galamsey. Samuel George said it. It's on air. The videos that you've seen it. So the point about declaring state of emergency was very clear.
Well,
and
I've
you supported
just
that.
told you my strong views about this matter. This is a matter that must be dealt with as a matter that is urgent, and all the emergency measures must be put in place, and we are doing exactly.
What is the fear?
What we don't want to do is to do a 6 o'clock announcement and tell the whole Ghana that a curfew has been declared.
But there's already curfew in Boku. The country hasn't stopped running.
But there's no curfew in the whole of Ghana.
Nobody says you should turn the whole of Ghana. Because mine is not being the whole of Ghana.
There's a lot of things at play.
No, but Minister, if you can declare state of emergency in Boku, where people are fighting and the state of emergency is solving a problem. In fact, it is reported that in some of the places, the people doing the mining and their protectors are not from Ghana. So you can say that they are attacking our sovereignty.
As the Minister of Lands and Natural Resources, I can tell the people of Ghana that we are dealing with this matter with all the emergency measures, all the urgency, the seriousness. And that's what...
Excluding state of emergency.
And that they can be assured that we'll be relentless and we'll make sure that we'll win this fight.
Ayo, what is your minister? Lands and Natural Resource Minister, Honorable Emmanuel Kofi Amabua. What in Nka? The answers are not there, ma. Who GDA? Say ampa ebetu galamse susa. Me etu ase. And I say wuni GDA. I say ochami oni masamka. Osanana wasumwa. Na otwe mu na Honorable John Intim Fodjo oye MPP ni oye mrahye bedwani ogina nkrofo mu wo Asen South anemu e wo parliament osanso eye defense and interior ranking member e wo mrahye bedwam honum chese abranche wabin papa osanso yosofo reverend papa no den sami betu dwa se aeroplane emienu ebesi airport hanum emani omo ye jese money laundering nsem beta ho no entweye ma oman odi betu dwa na obisa questions se eyampa se sa aeroplane mienu nyoma omo de ba ha esikasem ne hu nkrono ba ena President Mahama Mpo eye penny ye papa His Excellency John Dramani Mahama betu ni Instagram so say bo security way on hwe na nsem a honorable di tudwe ye hwehwem yante hu bibia da emu a na honorable Felix kwachi ofusu odi betu dwa say nsem a honorable Intim Fodjo keke kande obiambo tungu ono emu kra no national security to safra no kra ya gudu ontumi anko otupia fejan enti mumbo tungu no dinsam from aban edibetu dwa pe no honorable Intim Fodjo so say twakai ni afa sikeke de mumbo tungu no biade nto sam frame after all asem no kra no yesa me kan as me Intim Fodjo a committee defense and interior committee of parliament minority caucus na woso no eno munya this intel enti o frame mpo a onye hwe empo no bia frame na o be frame kra na onye hwe ntese yesi nkunwa na yetina se hwehwem se ampa anaso yampa na evidence ayenso ye wo no ka yemfa national security osi we na nkoso nte ba ne sen na Felix ofusu kwachi ede anakwachi ofusu ebetu dwasa yentie honorable Felix kwachi ofusu nsema odi tu dwa no yentie bi yentie kakra.
No plane arrives in Ghana without a landing permit. So this plane secured a landing permit with number GAF/TMAO/25/7863. Now the purpose for arriving in Ghana was what we call a technical stop. Essentially, In the last few days, the disinformation machine of the new Patriotic Party has been ratcheted up, and they've taken it a notch higher. This time, Reverend Intim Fodjo, who also doubles as the Member of Parliament for the good people of ASEM South, has made very wild claims to the effect that 2 aircrafts which passed through Ghana for various reasons were carrying drugs, and that was the reason why they were here. He also alleged that they were involved in money laundering, and therefore he was calling for investigations. As you may be aware, President Mahama gave him the opportunity to present any evidence or any basis he has for making that claim to the security services, so that together we could look into the matter to ascertain whether there was any truth in it. I can report to you that because he knew he was peddling total falsehoods and lies, he now claims, after being invited to assist with investigations, that he was speaking on behalf of the committee that he was part of, and that the views he expressed were not his personal views. So because of that, he says he's unable to cooperate with the security agencies. I say that he was peddling falsehood because the facts as they exist vary completely from the claims that he made. When he made that claim, he was only seeking to peddle falsehood in a bid to undermine the confidence that the people of Ghana have in this government. The truth is that 2 aircrafts with completely different purposes arrived in Ghana, and their arrival was perfectly legitimate, and they were here for very genuine reasons. The first one is an Antonov flight 12BK with registration number CVK 7037. Now this flight essentially is a cargo plane which arrived on the 12th of March 2025. Now no plane arrives in Ghana without a landing permit. So this plane secured a landing permit with number GAF/TMAO/25/7863. Now the purpose for arriving in Ghana was what we call a technical stop. Essentially, this is a cargo flight that was destined for the European Union market. And European Union regulations dictate that some specific regulatory requirements be met before any plane of that sort can enter the EU. Now this plane originated from Luanda in Angola. It was loaded with oil drill equipment and lubricant oil, which were contained in jerrycans. It was headed for the EU market. Now, Luanda does not have the certification to carry out the sort of requirements that this plane had to meet before entering the EU market. Now, the specific requirement is a scanning and screening RA3 procedure, which is a requirement to enter the European Union. Luanda doesn't have it. The Swiss cargo facility at the Kodoka International Airport has that certification, and they can do that kind of scanning. Whilst here, it developed an engine blade fault. Its engine blade was damaged, and then it was also detected that there was severe oil leakage, which required immediate attention. For that reason, a replacement aircraft, URCEZ, with registration number CVK 7007, was brought in to evacuate the cargo. The aircraft that was damaged remained here for 13 days. That is between 12 March and 25th March 2025. After it had been inspected by aviation security, officials of the Narcotic Control Commission, officials of National Security and National Intelligence Bureau, no contraband or unlawful commodities were found on the aircraft. Now, the second aircraft in question is a Hawker 800 XP with registration number N823AM. Now, this aircraft is operated by an organization called AirMed International, which is based in Birmingham, Alabama, in the United States of America. It operates as an air ambulance. Now, Air Medical International flights in Ghana are handled by Tropicana Airlines. Now, this plane landed in Ghana on 20th March from Gran Canaria, Las Palmas, Spain, having gone through Luanda in Angola. Now, it was also here for a technical stop, which is refueling and crew rest, which is perfectly legitimate activity. It was cleared to land in Ghana with clearance number GAF TWXR 252604 OFAA 0297/25. Now, whilst it was landing in Ghana, it developed a tire burst and some difficulty with its landing gear, and therefore needed to remain here to be serviced. So another aircraft with registration number N864 arrived on 22nd March with tires and flight engineers from Luanda to replace the damaged tires of the aircraft. Now, once this was fixed, it departed the Kotoka International Airport on 25th March. The aircraft was once again inspected by officials of aviation security, officials of national security, officials of the National Intelligence Bureau, and NACOC, who made sure that it did not contain any unlawful substances, as alleged by Reverend. So, in a nutshell,
Enti say and spokesperson to the president, Minister of State Government Communications, Oditujwa, Honorable Felix Kwachi Ofosu, Oditujwa, Nchichirimo Odebaye no. Na Nchichirimo Oditujwa we and Nkrofo say na bra Felix ye, Honorable. The way I kasa na say wa na o kasa free ubo. One chemu say President Mahama na instructions or the man says security agencies nko hwem and finance bi na odi betudwa and also say wa as communications minister enkanesa and odi tudwa nti say odi nchemu ba na hu say ampa security agencies na hwehwem and omodi information abrama odi tudwa ukasa ma aban unkasa ma wo ho enti se wo kasa ma ye hu nkyeremu ni ye se efri aha na efri enti honorable Felix Ofosu kakra Ghana for se yama waso enti no Asamba kuso ehuru won bosumi atwam mu pa ye ECG missing containers ewo Tema port ECG omo containers bia no mo cables ni omo meters ni hwan gum about 1300 containers say 40 feet or say 20 feet and yente ayesi ayira tese asem ya wa busumi mu de missing containers ECG eho ena Mustafa Gbandi oye deputy general secretary for the NDC okase share sa missing containers no oru afenyo marking ene the then minister Matthew Opoku Prempe Napo ese achiom ese aban achiom no bi se bi so obutututu omano ese anse honorable Afenyo Markin obeye board chairman for ECG enti sembi sa no eye den ara onimu bi sa so na past energy minister aye Matthew Opoku Prempe ohinana onsu benim hu bi nti yanchiom na yembise bisa omunsem yemfa Dubik Mahama kranka ho Samuel Dubik Mahama enka ho se ono nso wababe MD managing director ama ECG pen nti ono nso yemfa ne bia so na asasemi beto odwa na Dubik se share on the ontina ho no yankeke kan say bi mfefa no ho basa no obeye MD sam containers onim ne ekoba nyina nanso yesi yehwehwem obiara mfrɛ no obiara to nsam frɛ no nti ebasen ena ne din wo report bim nso ndo obeyi na no na ne sam oka bi kra ne say there's no way containers ebetumi ayire fi etama port ho no containers say container ayira every time port I say there's no way because the security architecture na ewo ho no ubowa say ECG containers 1,003 just say about 1,003 containers ebe yire fi port ho no I say dabi enti sidia Honorable John Jinapo say wapa obejoko bi so monhwem no omonhwem enkosi eto omonhwem saa na se omoka sa yira dia no enye no kre di dubik say na omoso omode fole say yenkwachi afenwoma ke yenkwachi napo no de o say napo mu they don't know anything omunnim ho hwe ECG containers omunnim ho hwe in fact ECG kra no omunnim yira no ho hwe esan say ECG akra container tamaport o security wo ho na sa yira adena ECG na bobo ni na pampa so ana bobo ni trizo adena afanyoma ke na bobo ni trizo adena bobo dubik mahama trizo adena bobo na poti trizo ese say port for ho na ebisa na hwehwe container si efrom ho nti dubik mahama de wakasa papa endra kra UTV ene ne bonkomo na o chechem say mobia mfa so mobia ye osumbobia yenko port ho no yenfa nko bom esan say ho customs for ho national security all over they say there's no way container betumi free port ho no mo a obi ennim baby a eko nti dubik mahama former MD ema ECJ ena odi we ebetudwa ne yentie kwanche ni baako nsem odi fa container no nsem okafa container no yentie no
the container and any goods a woman and answer supplies were made based on the specification of ECG and not based on any private company and answer based on the Ghanaian market. Standard na manufacture any supplies na container were made because ECG requested those supplies until almost year to meet the demand for ECG. If there are huge cables or distribution cables, ECG is the only known organization only and as a netco. These are the two companies only distribution lines. So we say ya import to adiaba na audit interest e be free mo. The free mo is a chrono na yabo and a chrono no so no the end beneficiary of this chrono ECG. Nti yabo chrono no etoma ECG biom so on santo because ankran krabia ntumento and the products because of say you make in the name of ECG specification here ECG no product yentimi fanko Burkina nkoton yentimi fanko Benin nkoton yentimi fanko Nigeria nkoton nti the ekase ayira ne de me nsusu yemo no based on the national security architecture based on customs or divisions architecture and based on the operations at port no enya ira na ira chrono na customs division our GRA national security operators ECG any ankran be chrono no masha da boss is particular omabo chrono no omabo chrono masanto ama ECG I think that the substantiation after investigation has been done these may be assumptions but these are not out of the woods. They are critical and concrete assumptions and not abstract because minia say the medical kan no GRA terminal be a national security terminal national security bo home GRA customs division for most of them a soldier for because of how these operations are done. Inti den and 1,357 containers ebe free GRA terminals are GRA Nyawe. Assuming Krasa auctioner, who benefited from this auction and who benefited from the sales of these auctioned goods is ECG. Inti yent me and substantial is here, but any critical analyst or industry be say investigation bar ECG 4 can be or more dram workers be dram GRA, especially customs division and the commission of customs ni hobeka dram am crown crebi so mbeto afri GRA 4 no and as ECG 4 no almost so yebeti omunka and at the end beneficiary are ECG workers no then investigation be revealed. I think that so far because of say auditing we only did the quantitative aspect of it. Maybe in the later time the qualitative aspect of it. Qualitative aspect of it now be a problem you.
Enti say ena Benjamin Insia or director Emma Center for Environmental Management and Sustainable Energy. Ono ye kwanche for daho. Uncle Ben na sama odi tujwa wo ECG containers na yese aira no. Na Honorable Muntaka Mubarak Muhammad ena ekese o say no special security protocol for pastors individuals. Utie or say no protocol for pastors. It's a pastor for now. I say omoko baby na jeje omo so ye dinkofu bia tata omo ho they are buying a bomb can they say it's hard in yetwem interior minister na ka say oso no de on so sa ne ma so ye ye firo say ha o ye so for na o ko baby protocol bi ni ho wa kwa kwan enti ni Muntaka Mubarak ekani na otwi mu asemde da ba ko apieye ene edi twato ewo ye trading issues yi hu. President John Dramani Mahama was sent to the abolishment of e-levy. Me dey no penny hear me betting tax crowd wa ucha sa sports bet na dey na yejo ba e-levy there ucha beto uncha beto once a wo momo now send sika more than 100 cedis a day. Masa, you bet why we say what? You bet you say what? Near Yan says not the child say telco no nisika or genie and a tax Susika edasuni. President Mahama was saying I say we I say e-levy ye twem nano na ya asem de wo anya ode no minim ne awope emu ode ye ema enra mesani sika bi oh tako ni jimisi sirispe oh enso sena ka tax ho a aba ka mekeka ko be 30 cedis oh nti President Mahama Nkrafo say, oh, you are done. His Excellency, oh, you are done. One double she. And I before saying, Mau Najirao. Yankupo on shell. Akpe. Says I didn't know why I'm man. In fact, the year. Na yentie. Sidia President Mahama or since sa e-levy ni betting tax ni emission tax or yi free ho no or sent it to the abolishment of these taxes no yentie Sidia nyoma koso o Jubilee House yentie ni kakra.
This is the Electronic Transfer Levy Repeal Bill. That's the famous e-levy bill. I'll proceed to sign it. Okay, I've just given assent to the repeal of the famous e-levy bill. Now this is the Income Tax Amendment Bill 2025 to remove withholding tax on winnings from lottery, betting, and games of chance.
E-levy yes,
this is the Electronic Transfer Levy Repeal Bill. That's the famous e-levy bill. I'll proceed to sign it. Okay, I've just given assent to the repeal of the famous e-levy bill.
I see one crap on 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 one crap on. His Excellency, yet there was it. Yet there was it. Yes, we promise fulfilled. Where do you honey? It was our coin so. Say e-levy no. Jano pano. It came tin tone time. E-levy eba. Ye kai. And so abena e was so samre no. And so di nchiremu baye. Eye ho ekọ ho region by region. Echirem mekai Honorable Kojo Nkrumah, the then information minister, and finance minister, and an Nkrofo, ekọ remantem bebree mu echechem ne ntia ese di e-levy eba. E-levy baye ensem esisi. Nkrofo bebree evd and now avoid any avoidance. Yes, they avoided e-levy, evading their crime. Oh, so more avoid it. Ne yemu bebre ka ho. Ope obi beyi bese 2000 na so send 2000 kra mo obi a. Aka say madam ana bread be papa me ma me. Udu vendor no ho a. Baby a mombo no wo no. Wa let me. Wo de me number amano. Me allow cash. No send it. No we yi. And the tell ko ni pe na etew. Nti most of us you avoid it. You avoid it papa. Nti sika say abani you know nya. Esan say e-levy no na yemu bebre yem pene so. MPP for name kra na bebre mpene so. Enso aban no e de be hye yekon. And aban fufure say ono de obeyi efigana for kon. Na ye ho ahahare yen. Enti e-levy President John Dramani Mahama. Oh. Me hu kasa na menti bebre. Ena meka bebre kire o. Se oyiwa don wonda boshi. Mauna yiraw sia. Yada se. Enti yanko so ntie ada wanso sidia president editu dwano. Entie no.
Now this is the Income Tax Amendment Bill 2025 to remove withholding tax on winnings from lottery, betting, and games of chance. This is the famous betting tax repeal bill. And so I'll assent to it, 2nd April 2025. So betting tax is gone. Now this is the Emissions Tax Repeal Bill. So Emissions Levy Repeal Act 2025, Emissions Levy is gone. This is the earmark funds capping and realignment bill. This is the bill that caps the GET fund and National Health Insurance levy and moves those resources into the consolidated fund. We promise that we'll take the capping off, we'll uncap them. And so this bill uncaps the GET fund and the National Health Insurance levy. So the earmark funds capping and realignment amendment bill has been assented to. So it means GET fund and NHIL will receive the full amount of their levies.
Enti say ena ye papa John Dramani Mahama ode nsemi na tuja ewo Jubilee House ye de we ma no ohwe video na de krata we ma no na be onu ma no wa sen ode gu nkrata wi we peja na etwemfoni krek ode fofa to sa na ode sinsan ni nyina ewiye enti e-levy it is gone. When you're going, this one gone. His Excellency, Wonderbushi. Now the big one. The big issue on our table today. The big issue. the big issue on our table today. Ayoja. Oja. With the apologies to Countryman Songo. Ayoja ebe show fire. Chese omai a yetima ye friend Ghana. Lewin Ebeka chose a country called Ghana. And some people who is here as a omai no yeni owura. And some ha and some eha and some eha papa 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 papa. There's a base 9th February num and nsɛm bi ebeto odwa ahmachi donko and nsɛm bi beto odwa nsɛm ni na ne sɛ national security for ekopie gold bi so ene counterfeits sika enye papa they find fake currencies na dollars wom cedis bebre dollars bebre na no pay na ma ye ni abre ni se ensem ha papa oman impanimfoi chese sem bi oho a esia ase ye yi ni ase emfa ye ho ase ye be ye yonyo and Crawford Bisa updates on that incident. Says Sikana ekopie so ewo container mu no. Ekosi saying. Na enuanom ensam ne ha papa. Ensam no ha ye. Andra and national security selected media personnel and as a journalist be ekopie mu wo pokuase biaye ho fro Macedonia o pokuase se wofa Saipemana udu Saipeman befa won sanifa so ye fra bia ho no Macedonia Saufa Amasaman so Stadium Road and so before me rem sa ekokopie sa bia ye ho na enuonum na adofo in fact baby bia sa de ne hye ene si dia ye ho no eye oja Chese untumi kase sa dwumei ebetumi akoso obia ya no mo a empanifuo bi ensanim da untumi there's no way obakase menewo bogno ranks ebetumi edi sa dwumei da achise empanifuo bi ensa wom
Anoma koliwa anoma koliwa anoma koliwa anoma koliwa anoma koliwa
a yard asase me fan say be say 4 plots na agi in and out meka in and out because asase no waje no from first street to the second street enti edan papa bi ensi so a small office Andrew mi studio hampo office no waye no small office toilet and bath asa asa ewo yard num ena echire ho chese containers mako dumienu 12 containers esisi ho wohwaro ho no mu a otun saka ye 14 ba mienu bi de ye pagye firi ho na name ewo ho na ubisa ho se sa kona hanom inti trailer e de container esi ni trailer iso e driver de be share sa tokro we mu eyisi form no be yesi form so a say crane na ye fork lifters you got one fork lifter to me and for one container si form near the containers mako edun 9 ebesi ho na nneoma ewom eyo ja ye bie one container after the other container ye bie we ni ahwe no mewom ye bie we ni ahwe no mewom ye bie we ni akohwe no mewom 12 containers ni na 20 footer containers e bie ni we 40 feet 12 containers na si yard mu na 20 footer containers na nneoma ewom utum se nipa bonfo no a big cartel mean kan cartel keke it's a big apologies to Honorable Sheikh Isikwe or say a big it is big nneoma ewom nneoma ewom nneoma no ba ko a wuhu a hu bedwiriw a obegye di se mpanifo ensa wom enye Ghana nko international organized crime say Bank of Ghana boxes ayele blue no Bank of Ghana BG na omo signature gu ho just omo certify sampa o my Ghana e receive sa boxes no na sa boxes no nchemu e bai ni say answer na Bank of Ghana ebenya sika anase printed monies Ghana sika ebefi amanone aba sauti masia nese Ghana ya pretty sika wa ha ansa na ebefri abrochimem aba sa box no ene ye sika eguma e de baba Bank of Ghana sa box no emu ena yedi esika o my Ghana se cho sika foforo a 200 notes 100 series notes 50 Ghana notes 20 Ghana 10 Ghana 5 Ghana 2 Ghana crowd ye ja print esika se free amonani fresh notes se ba these are the boxes I do gum at the Bank of Ghana emampa National Security Force Omo bisa Bank of Ghana omo from omo bahwe omo se ampa boxes no eyo modia nti so ye bisa se e ba ne sen in a Bank of Ghana boxes ekopiem e was abia ho we sempenifo bi nsanimu a ebeden enesi wei update a yɛde ma wo ɛfa saa dollars cedis any gold bars na on the 9th of February 2025 ebeto odwa say national security akwache anase akwako hu saa enuoma yi ewo bia bi ewo pokuase update ya abano no enti mu amu bi sebisa no yegusu ma mu update no in a bit enuanom ya mobo ayo ho mese nye yese mese yard no mu utum say sa land no nipa no koje purposely for this organized crime international one wudu hon ma it is a business no mo de be no business bad business fake currencies ebi ya dollar yesi this in the end gum say cho no dollar no ye twa bundle $100 so kwa o omu penketwa $100 bills one bundle near so aye bundle 5 you can imagine as an kwa you say $50,000 we say na gold bars me jinaso iko jinaso fake gold bars oma ye hu den we ono hye honum se adwumen owia akacha wo young man say when smart we ya wom Bank of Ghana boxes egum bebre o enye mako ye mienu bebre ebi okra ye mbia no mo be bia no ubehu sayad no national security class mache esense sa asase no uko ye kan say a lands commissioner ubehu ko boseche ubehu the owner of the land ona no ode ma hwan na hwan na de ma hwan na hwan na si sa structure ni si so ubehu ni na nkomo no emu ohwam ye bie box baako so a ana container baako a eno nso chese enkrofo no oh they are well organized well connected esanse sika no omutwa wo ho enye yad no omutwa o enye yad no na ye TV reporter ide no koy onfa videos ni send me na nka me mbo ndi ni bi mimbo videos ni binan krofu hu amfansa ne mi Alhaji Moro una wi anopa mi ni wenyan mese omutwa sika no obi ai fufuro no mo de fake currency no abasa yard num no mo aba hihye egu Bank of Ghana boxes sunum esanso mo pe weight nti no mo de cement bag gasem na me hui gasem na me hui o mo de bia tum box num anso no mo de sika no egu so ese mo de hye container num no ma shipo akwa hinfam na so mo aye nden o enti na ye kase a well organized international crime enye Ghana for pe national security for my HS enye Ghana for pe no mo wom ebi ye Nigeria for osi ebi ye Dubai for Ghana for ejinem obobo countries ni bebre na wo hu a wo ye mbehyew say hey pokrom ha ene say dwumai ekoso pokro we mu no Enra and a national security led by Richard Jakpa Odi Ekodu ho I say ono ye investigations are on person bi mpo beti nanso sidia enkrofo ebo ne ti so asania wafa sika no anase sika no odi ekogu be fufro no na opese media no ebehwe in fact sika no enko baby a egu boxes a omu mbie so rubber efa ho a say ready to be shipped or for export eno ye mbie so nyomo bie so na ye hu o TV so no UTV so no eda so ho nom na memfa mo mbra baby a omutwa sa fake currency na nkasa mintwa mfoni wo ho enkyerɛw since omukopie sa de ne so no national security wo ho 24 hours omo de bia na ade no yakase cartel a big cartel maami ba ko a oti loto kiosk im ewo yard gate nano asa watwe ne ho kakra roughly 50 feet away from the main gate ono no ye ne just so who say car bi twetwam ho na enka omo business ho a ono yi asutwe car bi ene na mahoti mo ye careful enna papa ba ko a ono ode ne ho aka wura o charge battery ewo ni fie nim na ni fie no eye uncompleted yem fancy main door no kra no gate enda no anasa door enda no if you need plaster yes screening in fact if you hoye won pa uncompleted building ankasa and na papa no o charge batteries ewo enim direct opposite the yard nti we name honum battery doctor nti ono so eka security for no ho nti so who say bibi enenam honum a enkom business open we yasutre na sa papa uncompleted building yimu kona baby ena omutwe sa fake currency no Richard Jakpa edi yewura ho no na okọ ho no mu a hu chemicals a de huru sika no esisi ho in small drums bi sa na papers a omudi twa sika no so and there is in bundles bebre who size well to say we there 200 Ghana cedis paper no we there who well to say 100 Ghana cedis we so there who say so into we there $100 nti ho no omo huru sika no na sika no omo huru in stages nti pipa ne bi wo ha it is almost start watermarks no mu de bia afefe baby enkrofu yes smart
anoma koliwa anoma koliwa
nti obeka che say wo onye smart na sika no ekurawa in fact ebeye den se ubaka se eye fake anase eye correct currency ebeye den on the face value ebeye di amount aji say bia wo de fa machine mu na the machine no etumi a reject it but ekurawa me Richie Jackpa ema mi so bim me dey compare na dollar a na she ne bottom oyiba ye dey compare slight difference enti so be the mount unkra machine bi and also say unnim ye a brother sister ebeye den te obehu Engrafo ya smart. Na gold bars no. Egugu boxes bim. Egugu boxes. Me kra de na me pese me yetintinti. Me huri gina ba akoso. Me gina gold no so box no. Omai yempenifo mu hu ye mobo ne mo ya enti Richie Jackpa se sika no yemfa bi nko bebia ye ni na intact ndi o mamba omo mu bisa se sika na ekoye de no journalist yakwa ko hu ntina no pay ye de tu wenim mekai honorable John Team for Jokra beside say the government is mute on that issue no honorable makwakwo bibia intact no almost say one alaji bia na oshishe sika no anasa campaign ankasa ono ena omohwehwe no they are very close very close akatom ne bro no mo so nipa battery doctor ya gudu alaji ya gudu workers ya gudu enti omuguso national security anapay yadamase se update a moma nra ekopiem ewo pokuase Macedonia yedi ni ekohu bi eno ene a big story ewo nanopay enti ehemre na about 8:18 maybe a phone lines ne kakra na wonso wachre wadwen ewo updates on the fake currencies and as a counterfeits and fake gold bars ehun sensemi e-levy enso say yaoda betumi achre wadwen en yaoda susu a betumi achre wadwen na ye oja Hello?
Hello.
Yeah, Chief. Pacho Frost and Okasa Free.
Good morning. Yes, me ABC. Because it's up there.
Yes. Yanko.
Yedika Michiao. Etia Magdalene Nikwamafo. Any new cancer about from Tuesday at now. Mamma Tonam, Mamma Kutanam.
Yes. Ojoso.
Cancer, it be new prayer when you're ABC. Because if you are better. All right. Odame. Media, Ibia Meka, say, Mentia said, NGC for National Security for. Mira Kofi Boache, Yimu, it's a mama, Edimuno. And if you may be close to not a ya, Mamma Tremma for the cancer. Yes, fine, Richard, Napaji, Ghana for, ya catch me fair. Sa government there, that's in quite crime, not gonna crime. Mama Kokamose won't chas here. 2 years ago, Yankopon and Dia for fear, say, about sister and buyer. And you won't go. All the sectors in town of my year. And a minister try our family, yes, Obian ministry, not moment broadcasted. I say, we, for meantime, communication officer, any acting mechanic way, a Kopoku, any artist or more car ministry. Ana mama kamu person mube ada musubuka katen wana.
Okay. Hello.
Great Odame.
Chief Alhaj Gado.
One from a mama Balkada Salah.
Oh Gado. Balkadi Salah. Belated.
Balkadi.
Gado. Ami. Anape. Yanko.
Anopamenya wa fide kasia we China for na jiwe dia. Mamenkia potozwa. Ana constituency for Obajima Parliament susa Mikiano. Na honorable Jombodu susa. Ana me madamfu na aguna saba onusu ko MP ho Mikiano. Honorable Odame, what was about fake currency we are saying na pejayo. What was yetimiahu na ekopime nti alaji de ewo alam katamu aya ko esreja ya popo me wo makano nti omufa alaji ahoho se oti ache nti alaji nyedi adena omuntimi mbo onua kro no di ema Ghana fo nyina hu se wenum na mudi nya ewo man ona boda mo sha containers mu so ayira yesi na no ma ti se ko sabi wo asa jesi abenum di so bobo se NDC for na fire binum se MPP for na fire ana wo sha sam no pa so babia ye fa container no so ebe pa bone binum na mo ye sakana na no o nya manu amanyofo enti hwanum na mo ye tabia enti pasira banwe Baumi ati na obanka obayi 11 John the man mama so obayi ene obayi yedanasi na omumbo modina yentie wonuma omoti chabone no na yenfomu family kwanso na oman no ntumbo
okay Enfafufro. Hello.
Good morning, brother Odame.
Yeah, good morning. Yeah, electrician. Yanko.
But I'm a mentor what you for mentor Limuyan for your body. Otosha, the room for the Mugapi, or the Mayan for our Kunsi. And they will find a very Martin and pay for Brina. But I mean, I abandon the assistant. Send a menu Gaduka and me say 11 MPP for Dr. Alaji Bomiaka say, obey your IGC for you, the bomber battle. Yeah, make it can say, Oshe Niama, Ira or Tamahaboya. Ye claim as an NDC MPP, but
security for nti omo pa kire say se me na yede me niama ba se ma habo ene custom for na se man trade duty ti betima mama yi 2 adi we ya ye no Ghana for mo me for politics in say so baby odame kan say ECG Ghana ni bien wo baka tell me say so onyia life yenya ene na manjuma koso mo radio station etikwa dodo na ye nim atekini so ne ye be electricity fine na se abaya kaniama ba aye company a ye use na se ye kini si warehouse te se aban MPP na DC na ye fa nyama ne kuguo se aban no a ye de be ye djuma no ye de be guo ti se nipa ni hia ade no yenu a otwa hu sika na obeyi mienu no na ye gade ni atra wasa makana aye PPP ne de bibia bakase aban no anti the company na djuma yi ti se ye car ye bo no washing ni se nyama no koto no be 10 billion a ya tiso ne da mo bi 1000 Ghana cedis na we di ebu man me yi be sere am pipi na di se nyama e kono play game no to so do se ade no aban na asisa ye no na ye hu YouTube for twa se amofo gu tema se ye bo nyama ho ban nyama andi si focus am ko bo ho ban no ta nyama na e wo he
okay hello hello oh pundi entumi ni yedjuma no pay demfa ofofro so ento aso e hello yeah chief pacho e frost na kasa free
oda me pacho ofake new press station circle
ofake anope yanko
pe mame mo abaso na me fanti abaso tuzo ane onabo musi sabota so tin na mesiano oda me yemza wose nwa uko hobi ko he gold ni bi
pa
me pacho container na yese e makoma ko set form
eye utum se aka 14 ba mo pagya mienu nti aka 12 e wo honum
ya mienu no wa pagya ne kwai
eno no na national security e kire se omunya ente so omukọ ho no omukọ na omopagya mienu
national security for no me bawo first of all Ghana national security o matra ye ka so bi asa e ye zankrofo na wonya integrate e makodu ho a mo tete na won tiri pa kro no ana yo je ni mo national security no mo ye se wonya integrate bibi se koswa mo ba tete 1 month ko mo ba ya tini panasa na ba ka jam tini panaja tini panaja na ye hwan ya me abeka tira me nya de ofake this is a kan ko tini pa no kwazo na almost at the France na ba sa na me tete na oda ne pa twa no kwe
e den e free France no
I go to how containers and I pay free echo.
Aha. Sika no omu twa fake no wa ha. No mo export to the containers.
And go to fake no mo twa nyina wa ha.
Sa.
No mo da come abro for no.
And the enim baby omo de ko.
Oda me na se we nya Ghana ha na e me so no. Me go Ghana ha ye tada to go do kwa business ka wo. E we say nya dia ka da ha bi bebre. Yeah, happy baby. David, na sanya Ghana ha no mo use no. O de kwa outside ya. Ene we sanya sada nye use man.
Na cities ni so e.
What say?
Cities ni so e.
Ene to ko mo twa na use no ha.
Aha.
Na just skit for no metro mo. O mo nya se bibia. No mo dia figure. Abra mo nya hwehwe mu nwie. Kani pe mo mate no. Na mo de alaji bi alaji. Sa alaji do so do so. So de alaji. Ene mi wo alaji kura wo yes ene waduma. And the way I'm going to Jana, more I Ghana, and Modi, we are national security. How much CID, Opo, be Kuni Power, baby, over to my part 10 years. You're better the panel. Now, the money ain't now, over the channel. Now, the better just the national security. I used to say the Moduma. Or kind of go to Bonnet, Nataso, Uncle Putana, on your national security. That is a large man of money. It's an alcohol.
Okay. Hello.
Hello, madam.
Yeah, Chief, Pacho e frost o kasa free.
Good morning. Mi kasa free abokobi.
Yanko Evans.
Na mpombo ko die.
Yehu adom, yehu ye papa.
Ye da nyame ase. Da wa pa ni adwuma pa mo ye ma o man Ghana. Odame. MPP fo ye nya twompa o. Enu ani ne ya no ma no kati.
nti omun timi ko transe no omun hwes ha o me say o party no me ni ye sin so mo to mo na gudu o ma so sa papa isu ba ye nche container mun na woni bebia mo di container ne nam mo na woni container na ba ma bresu mo ya mun ni mo adwembo ne wo muti mun ni se mo belusu nti wa mo mun ni se mo belusu hwede MPP for chere e wo man mu said that mama ji akonya no asekura apa ho so why o ma ji so mbese bodaje no na we chere san as I say odame u pesement kura wo nya wa na pai ma ko chin sa we mesi ni pesement akosa ite ye ma mi nya o e de na ekoso that party mi onu we MPP NDC ni dia me si mi was na nu ya MPP ko tana nchen e de omo ye ta na MPP ba omo so NDC ko tana nchen ta etimi so mama ni ya ma next 2028 ye be change ko want to deliver the ye be change ya be before omo nja omo no katikati na omo tranchen so mama ntimi deliver ye nsan fa mo bio because omo de na omo timi ye so mo ye bibi papa nka ya fa mamo mo panyin na mo di mo ni mo se mo ya to aba ma no no hwe no hwe asema no okeka we ye de to aba ma mama so be yi levi afi o wo so be yi levi afi o mama ka so be yi beteta wo so be yi afi o na wo fi ba na wo ba be yi aba no so ni omo so na de 11 ne ba ye
okay na say 11 no mo ni nje ho ana 11 na president mama yi afi o no mo mu fili wo hello yeah chief mpacho e fro say no ka say free
Alright, Pacho. Your friend Kwame Adom Boatin. If you fear Adenta.
Okay. Kwame Adom Boatin. Adenta Yanko.
Yanko Poncho. And then producers or mobile and pay. Anka. Me pese me kasa or second time now over my opportunity after but every year of fresh is here in am pese who say on to me kasa MPP 4 year man kati the opposite government be here opposition or yes strong now what me again now ato a quine senior not NDC for opposition no almost the MPP for to the right path no so I expect MPP for say omobeye because ye nyane sa and ye binya mambu papa the binding ya there now critics be anymore obey any open but opposition gives you the guide to give good governance. And on to me in Kasa MPP for Nyomano Edin. I say so Kasa on behalf of the nation. Now put a binding our track in him. Now say if fake scanning idea no container no welcome. So that we are news so or mine on the cost or mine bonini near my cost or mine meaning say your first time niama say na niama ekoso ewi ase ni asase ni oman boni ankasa pa enti me de enya me wanwa na mo ye mpanifo na ankasa wonim hu bi ni ekoso ni na wonim hu bi eno nti ya yese ma ya papa mama wonhwe na woma amambuo papa na wonhwe na oman ni security no engineer yie yankopon sia that's
okay aha na de efredi kanu AC enti efe twato no kwan be mu a ye besan ebie phone lines no wasan akire wadwen na dumso etisen wo area wo experience bi anaso say no dumso wo area mu anaso say wo de nyamiadum no dumso
Seka se dum shaba ebese wontiase Seka se dum shaba ebeno mo se de dum shabo Seka se dum shaba ebese wontiase Seka se dum shaba ebeno mo se de dum so really every say aze ejumemo adishemu rehawo maimba nanso wanoba dum so dum shabo seka se dum shaba ebi ebise wanchase seka sedum saba ebino singeni jedum sorry every say aze ejumemu adishemu rehawo maima naso manafa jum sabo seka sedum saba ebise wanchase seka sedum saba ebino singeni.
Hey, catch it. Listen in here. And you ma beto to dia me baba no hwade no. Hwem so betumi a. Hey, asew. Hey, now beka. Ya John to ma me duku portmanteau. This way chocolate drink. Na kan wo hwe afibian so beri ni waware ni a. This way chocolate drink. Na kan sia. Oh, asew. We dan kan no tumu ho. Me be mo anu nso hye kura de aka ho. Wo hwade a wapi ho. O ka se batete e da fom ho. This way chocolate drink.
Catch up be baba ware.
Asew.
Ye fi say this way chocolate drink. Ya sorry anopa no ne yenom ye bi hye fridge nom no se snack ye nya hoho a no ne de serve wo mo ye didi wie ne ye pe bibia bogu ya de so a this way chocolate drink ne yenom and this way no ti ano a he se kire wom kokko wom brick wom bibia wom ade wo hia ne so se
this way chocolate drink
de wo hia ani so se
FDA ahwehwe se adwede nkratoe mo agye atum se eye
Best Point Savings and Loans Susu Scheme no boama adwumaifo sie sika nkakra Edinya dwetire kese e wo dada anana wotwe kese adwumedie mu ye adwumaifo a yatete omo beba abegye osika no asem de ne say susu a wotunti wotimi gye bosia mo ho prensa ensi ho ne wo fom na eye kokko kra se obenya bosia free yen ho koyen branch bia ben wo na kwagye wo de Best Point Savings and Loans, your dream, our business.
Neat FM Neo.
When it comes to Galamsey, we are dealing with a corn government.
A corn government?
Yes. When it comes to Galamsey, yes. We don't only follow the rhetoric. There is an opportunity. Because when you were in opposition, you agree with the organized labor that this was an emergency issue. And if indeed the environment was facing ecocide, the first delivery would have been towards the environment. Because you said it was an existential threat that we are facing. Now you had the opportunity, you want to amend and allow some form of mining over there. And I also want to urge them, look, you Ghanaians have given you the opportunity to govern.
Okay.
You have the right to govern. But you remember that in a proper functioning democracy, there are always safeguards for minority.
Okay.
And if you, the majority, fail to have to implement this safeguard for minority, you're not going to govern smoothly.
Okay.
So it is in the interest of Ghana that we upheld the rights of minorities whilst we seek to govern.
Okay.
Otherwise, if you just say, I have won election, I'll do whatever you want. No, you're not going to do whatever you want.
Very well.
We equally have mandate as minority to hold you to account.
Okay.
That is our job, Ghanaians have given us.
The mighty minority, they call themselves.
Somebody's asking about the outside world and foreign aid, and I've heard the president of the country you are studying in slashing aid. You see, one of the questions we have now, he hasn't asked himself, how much leaves our continent to his country? He hasn't asked himself that. They think it's just charity. It is not. At the right time, we'll also take action. And it will not be funny.
All I can say is that those whose political fortunes depend on my ill health and degeneration, all I can say is that we're all in the hands of the Almighty. Amen. All I can say is that those whose political fortunes depend on my ill health and degeneration, all I can say is that we're all in the hands of the Almighty. Amen.
I don't agree with Nana Ajimai flying out of this country for medical attention. Once you have made yourself available for political office, you must be ready to bear the consequences. If we have 1 or 2 politicians lose their lives in our Ghanaian hospitals, my brother, my sister, I am sure they would be sure to make sure that our hospitals are well equipped. Do you agree with me? We are those who are the sacrifice every time. We have no money to fly abroad. The money we pay as taxes, all these people who claim they are our servants, all of a sudden become our masters. They have the best of healthcare. They fly out of the nation at will to take care of themselves, pay huge amounts of money to foreign hospitals and doctors. Our doctors continue to languish in poverty. Nana, if I were you, with all respect, I would stay here in Ghana like President Kufuor did. President Kufuor had a major surgery in a Ghanaian hospital right here, and when he got well, we all applauded him. Today, President Kufuor is still alive. My brother, my sister, all politicians who have given themselves out for public service must remain in this country. They have no right to send their children out to school. What is the sickness? What is the medical condition? Can it not be handled in this country? Or do we keep looking down at our own doctors and medical personnel? Now, the science behind this thing is this: as long as we push our politicians to stay here and seek medical attention, they will have the health facilities, doctors and nurses in mind whenever they are making policies, because they know that when they are ill, and everybody falls ill time after time, our hospitals will be well equipped to take care of us.
I cry for the Haruna Idrisu Millet Ministry. What is there in the budget? Let's open the budget. He has been denied every opportunity to lead a policy in the education sector. Is a GET fund under the Ministry of Education. Now, free SHS is being managed by GET fund. And under GET fund is either to report to the finance minister or is going to report to the presidency. We don't know. Oh, Haruna. Oh, Haruna. Oh, Haruna. Mr. Speaker, they cannot. Mr. Speaker, they cannot start with lamentation.
Honorable Minority Leader.
They cannot, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, this is leaders debating. If you encourage this, Mr. Speaker, if you encourage this, you destroy the
debate. You invited Honorable Haruna.
Mr. Speaker, I have not. Don't.
Because I saw you mentioning his name. Very well. Very well.
Neat FM Neo.
Mr. Speaker, they started with lamentation. They continue to lament, and even now their ministers are lamenting. Oh, Haruna Idrisu, what are they giving you? You have been given a portfolio without resources. The free SHS policy. Read the budget. Read the budget. Read the budget, Mr. Idrisu. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? They've taken all your power from you. Mr. Speaker, this is our Assam budget. This is our Assam budget.
Mofanya hinja ne fata no nye de wodi hu be hye mu. Me see ho ba kwan e na ma bo bia be wura mu bi. Ya bread, ti ge ma sebe, preko bi fi bola so me ye hu fi. Yo di bi dia ko hye baby a wo kwanche me fire no. On finding tree come up bosom, do the chine messiah.
Level number two no banco. Mechamako, Ojana so, Atam from Becky Dame from Bezaya. From Becky Dame from Bezaya. Anybody to me, share.
I was for Hun and Sapo crowd when in paying 40. And son and the friendly that took one and Saputa be Miana Maye and Kodanka to a Sukono Mama Shamwama with CFP. And then the kind of Yakebi Yabasu Yaswesi. Now so ya Beman and Beman and Beman in your Simba Game was a Bevany. Then I might one more time in this I come on can be Wama Yeme. Pomochiche, Frisomo Becassa Denchemewa. See then I said it would try out what Tiffy and Nini Bedjini.
Level number two no banco. Mechamako, Ojana so, Atam from Becky Dame from Bezaya. From Becky Dame from Bezaya. Anybody to be shared. Let's throw mommy Jamuta. R.I.P. Daddy, watch out, Miss Mammy, Bohun, and do to me. Open this day, Pusiaka. FNF, so bad, any betrayal, me can also no phone, and yes, I bet you to try. I've grown up with you, yes, I must say. Nah, she say me no care any laughing emoji. The famous here, you damage. I want a person walk out in our finish here, chill, she. Define she. When you see any theatre on the soul. Me bamo koko. Ejumani na maye level na bedu no banko me chama ko ojana so ata fun bede na me fo Bezaya mabu na bede na me fo Bezaya mabu anybody to be share Ejumani na maye level na bedu no banko me chama ko ojana so ata fun bede na me fo Bezaya mabu na bede na me fo Bezaya.
NEAT 100.9 FM Sunye. Asemidika program ena yede sumunda no pay so. Ye frame opening KWADWO ODAME ADDO. Na on Facebook live Masawudu Kumasi Bantama or say this issue of illegal mining in the country has become one of great concern in recent times as people continue to mine illegal in forests and water bodies. Illegal miners doesn't value the contribution of forest reserves and water bodies to the survival of livelihood of its citizens. Resetting Ghana agenda indeed regards to Chairman Odenho Kweku Apia. Okay, we are done, Frank. And also say, our poo wabeng. He just wants to imitate Okujato a black one, but he has goofed. I believe it's a goofed now, Ochro. Goofed big time. We see Muhammad Ahmed Barima or say, in Team Fojo isn't a man of God, but a man of an elephant. He is a loladi co-mensa pillar 2. Or say, interestingly, the Air Med flight left Ghana after staying for 5 days on 25th March 2025. On the same day, 25th March 2025, Kotoka International Airport had a total blackout, doomso, which was strange to Ghanaians. The government is hiding something from Ghanaians. Yen Ara, what's the the
best station in the capital.
Yeah, tree for into me country. Yanara ye. Anyway, special greetings to Hajjas Safia Mohammed, incoming MPP National Women Organizer, hopeful, and Fresh Prince of being Greater Accra Regional NPP Organizer by Co-Mensa Pillar 2. And also need your debate no na yanko asieho kufo na debate asieho you say bimuso aseni bia or say then okay Robert Adai Primpong Robbie Fashion is near Golda Hotel Kumasi. President John Mahama is telling Ghanaians that the youth in Ghana love e-levy and betting than direct employment. They have nothing better to offer Ghanaians. Regards to Chairman Coker and Samuel Pine, former KMA boss. Is there a new one, Abba? New one, Abba. Where's your from Wofa K, New Plan Station Circle. Now NDC our problem to solve Galamsey in this country. Greetings to now NDC our problem. Now it's our problem. Anyway, I'll say greetings to Otin, aka Charles Otin, aka OT, Assistant Secretary, Greater Accra Region. Hopeful and John Buedu, Chairman, hopeful, National Chairman for the MPP. And KJB Adwin Kessier, say Oba for Chairman. Na abestia the affairs of the party. No the Omako Victory 2028. And KJB say Oba for Chairman. And our K Emma Yatibino. All right. Go main pillar 2. All right. Now the bar was repeat. I can kind of that amount. Okay. Omo moto ma de so ni abrewa papa. Na sa non-expiry data no. MTN 4 na momo subcontracts no mo de etonton ma yen. Ana sa omo an omo pa kwan bi so yusu codes bi na obo na ampa ko fa MTN data ba. Na say we su cry scam. Okay. All right. Abedwafo no alande yenya MPP ni inu wa ha saa so na ye political analyst enso alande Manuel Dakon from the MPP watena se na Nana Yaho kuntunkunukun asanita no ono so atena se make us ya hwese Abdul Sakra enso beba na waba begina NDC for name enti Brian then I make bold ya when you are
you are associating a friend. You are associating me to criminals and I don't want it.
Oh, criminals?
Yes.
One a criminal may associating with you. Criminal.
Said in Endameso. Nipana Edaneso. Is alleged to be one of the criminals in this country.
Sir, when I can.
I don't want his
name. Okay, where is alleged?
Yes.
And
I don't want his name to be associated to.
Nense kuntunkuruku ye insamrane keke ye obi edi.
Enye ya obi ani efe kuntunkuruku. Ya insamrane enye kuntunkuruku. Akamepo side na efemeso. Akamepo efemeso.
Baso no himbi wo ha efe kuntunkuruku.
Title bi ni ka say enye ya insamrane.
Yen samrane. But also title no do ya woni abre a who fighting for rights. And it's a kuntunkunuku.
Obi biara sa title ndana so at this moment so we Ghana ni the best thing about me is Pofri was na nkoto nipa ba ko na wadi yenya no so.
Samu. Kuntunkunuku mentiase de ba mentiase kekra minim sa se utumi kuntun ho na nkrofo gina wo so e de ekọ enim. What you say?
Na ebi nso ho a utumi kuntun ho gina ho ma nkrofo adwuma hwere wo mo. O man bi sika to me say. Bi wo ho gina ne so a instead so anka obekosro no
mo na wo senke nti no ono mom na ogina wo so Manuel akwaba
ja
na umpo mo
twedi ampa do me ho ye na so
yeso ya ho ye papa
ye benya ko ase me gidi se obi aso ho ye wo Ghana he na no pay
oh yeah ilevi adaroma nti ye ho ye
eno so ilevi no so ye there eno so na da
esan yare yeah. With the Mecca.
That's na we so who you can say special you can we almost there be 21% VAT here. Or insurance John Mahama dia be. Nti no so ye ka 11 no so na ye ka say John Mahama the VAT abeto insurance. So nti mama ye ma Ghana for so inhu eno so na COVID tax. And also still eguso ewo ho John Mahama e kan so be yi within 120 days still eguso wo ho aje
Okay.
And I was increase your kind of special import levy.
Yes.
When them say nanke was ended this year. Why extend it akọ 2028 into onye na adwen say no so oba be and when him say bola tax o mo kan ho asem so still o mo go so edge bola tax enti ye kan mayen kebin yi bi ye magana for te say we yi 1% di 20% e de aba enti ye magana for enti nyoma bi sa ase nyesa focus ne kwa say e-levy nko a na ye say no kre no ye hye dan kan ni nyina nkire Ghana for
ye bedru e-levy ne ka ho
mate
nti ye topics ye hwe nde no galamsey fight is government a con government as UPSC lecturer ba ko pesa o ma ti asese government na dada yen so be kun galamsey no betena so a ontumi nku na 2 ECG almighty missing containers and so e be ewura ho na ahwe this counterfeits fake gold bars updater and so aba and last one the cancellation of e-levy and its associates taxes buying wetwem chinton time enti Manuel na wo kan e-levy there ese e-levy jano bi ne yenko
Mati Mr. Odame me da say wo ma me akwanya idea ma me nchia the former vice president Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia and Haji Asemira Bawumia and now no pay so Atiki Yakubu so tie
yeah Atiki minim ne pa
the man or for national youth organizer
okay
and MPP mebunu na yo on say abedum pempen so bia 2028 akone de enye akon ebe ya agro nti agidi say pe mebu obi obedi mebu ni nimu dia ye hwehwe mu nyina mu ye se nyankopon ya adoma ye kwa akoto aba na Atiki Yakubu ene de tumi ni be hye ne nsa na wedi enim Mr. Odame
Manuel
ASEM de say Yira John Dramani Mahama Ofeli promises be bree our share Ghana for within 120 days, you know. Or say e-levy there obey if you we if you yadana say. But ushemu ye pa there we ye bi edi bi yaba we kuma bi edi bebree edi yaba me can say unim say oyi e-levy ni fi ho no first na insurance VAT iniso yenje eto ewo insurance
so wo koye insurance ama o car na say wan kasa na wo dan
motor insurance
motor
insurance mpu eni we non life insurance life insurance there we exempt and we fi ho
okay
with motor insurance exempt no but any other insurance akwakoye bia 21% VAT.
My example, any insurance to say
when him say your life insurance concerning say one casa or life,
yeah,
and then motor insurance, a car,
yeah.
Even motor, look, I want to be very specific. Say I want to, I not person go shame say, but that car, I can want to say it is motor unkwa. What's your motor vehicle?
I say you come motor there,
so cars in your So let's take it like that. So apart from any other insurance, person obey bia for. Odame ubi bia any other insurance apart from life insurance and motor insurance, no.
Okay.
John Dramani Mahama, I introduce 21% VAT. Edi abeto so. So and also was Ghana for say ye 1% tax. Aye e-levy. As I introduce 21% VAT on insurance.
Na say no ye obi na beka no.
And now sa we no so e-levy and obi na sendi ska. BBR
but majority
enye majority wo pa na wo be send obi kura ka say oh yi free my account directly unto e-levy
ye twa meeting na maka no kura no
and I'm just trying to say send your car say enye obi na ye insurance no enye obi na a call for every service obi enye obi na send this car obi ka say yi free my account mu direct and then makoni unto e-levy dem pesa Ghana ni bia ti ase no kura wa ya ade we e-levy efi ho e-levy if you okra every Iran Bawumia kra so ka se onko no so bank onyakonya na nko be ye free
bank de enfe yen adwuma
abase wendi nkudime ka se anka that means wendi nkudime ntina we ka no so buy ko na mampeni anko be
na me se anka ebi so bank o be ye say
o da bi onye Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia on since you answer wahramo before he or beka bibi no na waye ni hwehwe mu awie enye obi obeka che say meba be repeal e kan say mining in a forest reserve and na boy amendment there be Dr. Alhaji Mahmood ba me onte sir o se ade your se na no ye or the 21 VAT on you can say insurance e de aba your bibia your friend no special import levy and also can was say end this year and na John Dramani Mahama say 2% we importing your bakroma your nyoma bia we import your bakrom ha na wo mo de 2% tax e de atoso can was say this year ba end John Mahama say or twen e de akọ 2028 eye afia na aban ebebe wiye enti importation eno bebe eno ma ebe import no 2% VAT and a 2% tax edaso which will affect every Ghanaian
abanis inyeska
and anybody say with when no if 11 no if you onye hwe because the anka also ye pan no that you can say sa import levy we because eno affect you obia to nyoma ye import e ba krom ha and that should have been his focus oko na pro bono o share AGI for bo say oba import duties obema ni nyina so ide e de aba fom budget ni pay ya this omuhu this special import levy omubufu ye they came out to talk about it because said John Mahama wa track you omo o show omo bo ba bo she na de buy no omo ehu enti o say Ghana ni bia to etias ye say there is an import levy ebe affect product e okrom ha enti ko nyoma obeto no so be kosoro every Ghanaian should know that the midi be wie and I'm no cranya we and this shouldn't be the last one maybe when the last one also but COVID-19 levy this what I mean uni krom ha and ya catch say COVID-19 levy etwem ya catch say COVID ni hobiem na there na egu so je COVID-19 levy mebo me kind prime minister why minister be obi say na kai said they will use their majority to cancel sanyoma we nyina mebo and then yeah the budget about parliament COVID-19 ye see ye twem now there is no sense in it say ye begu suaje no era John Dramani Mahama say obegu suaje na afa no ba beti abedwekuo bi na sa abedwekuo no ahwem say whether mu yimfi wa na so mu njai ho
because no to force me tia say IMF
entro twi ni IMF say dey ye ni krom ha na ye beka say IMF say look at how you generate revenue one fan shall kete say this should be part of it and anyhow you be able to generate revenue no or they don't have issue with it ye ni krom ha one tax bank crowd no emission levy yan famba Ghana for year hu de and yes oh say Ghana for year hu de a my fan konko ho ye nje kora mebo a so be ka kire say COVID-19 levy ka IMF deal ni ho is a lie COVID-19 ka any IMF deal ho you have to generate revenue you have to know that your ways to generate your own revenue and you kete say with the COVID-19 we no be there ebebem so and now we share the promises or promise here 120 days COVID-19 e ka ho also be cancel COVID-19 levy within 120 days enti am one say bosha wa hye say we be COVID-19 levy efi ho ene amene wo ka say still egusu wo ho woni bibi so e friend Bola tax
yes
NDC ye hu dede wo mamu ha say Akufo-Addo e the taxes aba mo the Bola tax waba NDC for sorry tiaye omo ka say tiaye woni mi say na amene wo ka say still Bola tax omo gusu oje omo nka ho asem omo nka ho asem omo gusu oje obi a osimindie bro bodi odi benku osimindie bro bodi benku ade enya still be kusuaje dabi enti say ye educate Ghana for monti asese no kra John Mahama yi betting tax efi ho ede
which ama youth ne ni ajo
mo twa bet no mo ni age e levy we ye fi ho which ama Ghana for youth no so my dey mo ni age
ye youth no nko a ye nkokrafo yi na
that's it ba ye mo so nti asese omo di bebre asa de aba be affect the ordinary Ghanaian Growth and sustainability levy. Oma increase it from 1% to 3%. Yet see say nka omba be yi that you can say that dream be free ejuma businesses ekomeboa. So where from the growth and sustainability levy more increase it from 1% to 3%. That means you are coming to put burden on the mining sector. Baby, I was so be pay more gold the free what they be gold board no. Uwe what the burden that's about to almost minimum say omo they buy in such a way to sack Ghanaians out of the business. No more for Chinese for nimbre mumo because now say ya omo establish a Chinese Miners Association of Ghana. Now say ya oh now say ya now say just say 3 days or say Chinese Miners Association of Ghana.
Hey.
Yes, eti galamse ne die.
Chinese phone ya chair about 7.
Me say
honorable Marco Fubu say ye ndi poto mu ina.
And Andre yo say 3 days. You can
and Oma for me association.
Yes. Oma for me ASEM miners. Chinese miners no. Afen no mba be galamse ni ye pa. Afen no mba be say ye nsuo pa. Afen na say we Ghana ni now you have you can say hope be say ye nsuo ba be ye within some few years and ya wo da ho.
Because aban say on we mean say oh two so.
Ya nya no. We mini enya no ye fa no e mini. We should see from your actions. What's about no man say? Omo share your boss omo ba galamse nioma bebre omo be ye. They repeal the kind of saying law permitting crofos omo come mining in our forest reserve. Omo ba omo ye. Omo
guso.
Omo good e ben so. Repealing. Omo amending after they are amending it. These are two different things. Repealing and amending two different. Yes. Two different things. They told me state of emergency. Me no guys already declare state of emergency. Omo declare.
Amakufu buase ombe.
Ombe da ben.
Osomu guso.
Da ben. AI. Omo se ombe fight galamse omaye. Adidas boys and girls normal lunch.
Sam George say President Mahama needs only 5 days.
Or say 1 week. Or say if the president is not a beneficiary of the scheme, also taking to just 1 week to end galamse. Omoba bemu. This is the fourth month. Still galamse koso. Yensuo essay. Eti bese me buse Sam George mpo. Say, Aden John Mahama is he a beneficiary of this way galamse koso ana? Because on my etias here. Say within 1 week, if president then a beneficiary of it, yeah. If president say be some shape baby in the galamse dia within 1 week. And can was yet radio is can was a galamse wasem. Can was say again something like I send ye bema Ghana. A compempen so be in a peseko. Galamse shouldn't be the conversation.
And you wouldn't UPSA lecture ya again. So say galamse fight, this government is a con government.
Oh, now also be I was so nupuneka. Bibi o hankwan go say aka. Bibi o gasa ubehu dia no moye na say ya Emmanuel Ama Kofi Bua honorable. Okwa mo sister station city. Who the way he was fumbling. In answering just a simple now also who video no.
My boss is here.
Question busa and who answer no dem aye.
So say they are on course.
On how Mr. Odame, how long does it take to declare state of emergency?
Ne wotem say me come Mrs. Odame. Because me here pen a friend.
Okay. It was say how long does it take to declare state of emergency? How long?
How long?
Now state of emergency a krata na mampeni ubetro keke. Now you declare state of emergency.
And if there's no emergency swear.
And to say galamse anya emergency. Yes we say anya emergency. One thing about almost they are always contradicting themselves. Oshia John Mahama as an opposition leader. Eka said you rather now down kwa Akufo-Addo. Or these soldiers for pursue galamse yes no. Seb inhuman. Ondoing nipa ho. Nansenya the Minister of Interior. Can say Debbie, I think defense, yes. Me Omanebuama. Or say Yera Nana down kwa Akufo-Addo already draw military for no. A bad thing or yeah. So ye bisa o man peni kase uso kase why na yenji nindi ye ni memu hakura na ye Raja Mahama ka say ono as man peni as an opposition leader ojidi say enye sa young boys and girls no e na ye galam e dey another the enye omo ne wo say ye chi omo na campaigns for omo show mechi omo ne wo se ye chi omo mebo a kimping ben ya chi no omo ba ba mu 4 months ne kimping ben na wate se ya chi no
enti na wo fo se omo ye con government no
na enye me na wo se me ka chi no mi busa wo hu si a chi kimping bi nkwa for so be mo amnesty omo na o chi omo
ene ya chi Chinese for bebrebe
and Chinese for be omo ye kimping ya mayeti asese chama wuntumi ni MPP for na galamse omo na oma se ga na nso nyina enti na ya adwen ye se ya tuti a MPP na nka galamse tu atwa wo mamu ha mebo a ya mayeti asese MPP aban na da akofo ado ono na ohye gloves ehye Valentine boot na watena excavator mu akọ forest akọ tu galamse
na tu gala
na nya asem omo kan no omo se na do danko akofo ado oni yera chama wuntumi osi omo na omo tu galamse wo mamu ha omo na omo se ye forest omo na omo se ye nsuo enti Ghana vokwa to awon ba na omo se ye nsuo sei ye forest sei se na nado danko akufo ado eni chama wuntumi mu na etu dia ba ye ntu nti omo because yera joma hama ma ati ase se omo na ona ye hope uti anyumo mbo e mahama is the hope eni ye ka so omo the hope bi baba ma Ghana fo hu se ye nsuo eni baba bite ene ye ne nkrofo etu gala na ma ene street kwa hokra no mutu gala no omo nsuro hwe ene chairman of NDC executive of NDC ene attack military officers ene aye ka say omanya the power meaning baby omkofa asa to mini free here to be able to attack military officers. It's so sad sempempen so aye duru ene no and the NDC fought me back clear to fight military officers.
And until minority I can say gold board no but omo tinema ye pass na ye.
Now gold board na with me bo now who am so that me if you have a very good conscience. Obet na say you want to be part of such a scheme.
Scheme.
That's where a scheme to dupe the nation.
How
saying? One. We say Ubabe seti a gold board. Now gold board ne juma wo kire so obeye no already PMMC say juma ne dada. PMMC ye gold board juma ne dada.
Say PMMC wo we and still individuals or more to me tom gold anyhow.
Ye mom license me wa. Amo mo anka say ekoton omade enya say wo sori pe no afa go na so be ko. Omuso be scheme ni te say cocoa board.
Yes. But in this case
Mr. Adame how say am no cause cocoa board that saying
adenjina na so
me busa cocoa board that say maybe me na me kan
who edu say edu fi ho nche so you should tell us
Mr. Adame since time memorial cocoa board engineer na so you enti say who say who show bi ebra so agbo bra show bi a wagbo bra pa so na gbo bra na when hu obi asa obehwe ne bra so agbo bra ni cocoa board because of that into yes smuggle you can say gold you can cocoa
cocoa
and you free every year gold and cocoa and na yes smuggle fan free crony
oh nansi yankofu de gu jerry kan mo de ko
so that means the same thing so na about the mining sector o share omomra prom o ma share
na wo wa mo bre na ufu se sa na obaso be ya na
Mr. Adame na me base me o share me bra so de abo ne bra ma mo me bre yi na me base
so show mistakes
wan ga so share me mistakes so me base papa o bra wa agbo e hwa na no na me so me ba be bobi me ma mbo bra na me ba so se me hwe me o bra so de abo me bra ade ago gold boss be ba be no unti edi no gold boss cocoa board ni nyina board wo eti board adwuma na no mo ba be ye it's just a scheme to dupe the nation. One already in the international market or determine the price of gold so in this instance no yera Samije mfiani no gold board say ye ba beto gold no e dey free wo miner ne ho meboa
this is small scale miners no
small scale miners aden na small aden na target in small scale miners
na say the large scale for no mo nton ha
but say ye nchechiro mo nka say mo nton mine ye nkoton meboa so why should the target be small scale miners? Say it is just a way to encourage more galamsey. Utie there was a video of Yera John Dramani Mahama last year during the or say some kind here or say or come against galamsey no a better thing because say we share Ghana go da yenya e de kwa manone a galamsey and the activists omo ye no and the timia show your gold no edia kom pempen so a edri. And to say yes about be fight there. We should be ready. Say your gold so bad so better. Dear Tosumi no on my tia say be fight here. It will create unemployment because no one boy see a yes so the edidi. And you already know what my tia say. You want to increase gold, you can your gold. And no my tia say galamsey is na buama gold near the eba. So who connected these two things? A patch say already know. Galamsey na babeshe omo kutu pase monya de monye.
Okay.
Is what you say?
For no see.
Enti me ubusame the fight against Galamsey dia. O share yera John Mahama na ban omusuban o match within 4 months. They are omu share any you can say effort. Omu make any effort say on be fight Galamsey. Na it is all you Ghana ni. Na say wadwen you say within the next 4 years. Ubenya good water. Ubenya can say government or so be fight Galamsey. Now o twen say yera John Mahama and the best say Jumani Amade and be twen ache. I said they are twen ship or airport no. That's it.
Manuel Dako and I wote ni kano Emmanuel Opoku Buedu. So Alande just say Abdullah Sakre ntumi amba nti we pushi Emmanuel say ombejan. Emmanuel akwaba.
Me Johnson mini odame.
Na ohwe
na me adom ene John Mahama man penia odi amemu a obu nti no ye ho ye pa.
Weni adion. Yo. Brian.
Yeah.
Ilevi etwem any Galamsey fight.
That's it. Ilevi. Mama fa ko instrument chair. One kasa no production team.
That's it.
And my colleagues. Na Misanchia ahwefone tiefo ina. Na menkai ofake. And I say both NDC and MPP regular callers and testers. Sure money. Ofake you compare Mancroft for. Metina say because omo party dey here serious reforms. Very, very serious reforms. And some reforms they here. Anybody and another Danko Kufuado, any year Juma. They have all been indoctrinated. They have been taught with that intent to say, do not develop a country, but rather siphon resources of the country. These people do not deserve to be part of the leadership of the MPP, in my opinion.
It's a party executives, and now say
they should scrap all of them. They were incompetent, and another he as it were suppressed and indoctrinated them to do his bidding.
Okay, it's even say Owura John Buedu.
I haven't mentioned
anybody's name. Yeah, one by one. Okay, first, 4 years and second 4 years. Last 2 years, crown a C form. And Justin Kodua by. It is John Buedu say or as national chairman. Who also can say category no.
Mente is also about for national chairman.
And I make catch we. Or ba me bo amane.
Okay. Me the American say me come party no.
Yeah.
My personal opinion. Nkrofo na do dankwa. He took off Nkrofo no more formidable who were ready to reform the party. And now did you betumi a control at the buy.
Oh, okay. It's another na did Justin Kodua buy.
And no use party in structures no. And they say system ni na.
Oh, okay.
Enti say omumu biara ntumi enjina ne nanso and challenge the rot that has brought the party down to where it is today. Now say Sankrofo no aso omu samba. He was somebody po.
And the mamembo John Buedu abaswe. Nya wo kan de yensempama no. Ankejebi. Yaw asanita no say wo de wo son.
Nka hwe.
Ah,
ma boni din.
So say
membo ni din.
Nenado eko eyi omo e kan say ontumi control omo. No de omo a obetumi control omo de on buy. John Buedu was one
of those Nanado controlled.
No, ofiri ho me Justin Kodua buy.
Amamu na mfia no bebu ya nyango.
8, yes.
amamo no mobile first mobile mo first no na we ka ho
Jombo du kan
afoko mo ka ho
dabi
I'm talking about
teachire mu
no say maka me say obi biara na Nado ne ye adwuma Nado didn't come to serve for 4 years
okay
into obi biara na Nado ne ye adwuma pushing away
from 2016 to 2024
from 2017 that's what I'm talking about
yeah
into omo nyina they were used suppressed to destroy the party and destroy the fortunes of Ghana
afidi ya tu asi
into me de one wadan for we ana be majerimo
why oh yeah
these are the people Owura Kukufu for instance they should be thinking about him going for the your friends a general secretaryship Kukufu is firm on the ground a grassroots person and now more recent 2024 on campaign or yeah Enyeme na mbeta ha kasama no ono asa kasa so mbekasa
yes so no kwano kasama the vice presidential candidate
no you see you see the demeanor of Kukufu look at the demeanor of Kojo Ajima Kojo Ajima
Kojo Bajima
chairman Kojo chairman Kojo former Joaben omo chairman o abodwi san
why MPO
Debi
na ne hina okay
Chairman Kojo I have his number here somewhere
ana okay a new job in south oh yeah me huno
my job kind of didn't number man something
okay me huno
but I've never called him me share about 2 or 3 times na you share power UT
yeah friend Kojo Ajima Boatin
very level headed
yes
Kukufu very level headed these are people
there's no obepe Eastern Regional Chairman fa
yeah you see the good people will not be taken. These are people who are firm. No, you cannot push them out.
No cry no ye Nado. The
protege.
Yes.
But whatever it is, no. These are people who are firm on the ground. They understand the grassroots. No. And the reforms you here be power.
Okay.
Meanwhile, on the issue of E11 in Galamsey, E11, my stand has been one from day one to now. We all kicked against E-levy as a result of the percentage of more years or more shares.
Yeah.
In fact, that was the whole thing. That was the whole basis of the fight against E-levy.
Yeah.
I have consistently said, we are into electronic age. And bedru the next 50 years, I be an amicrapomano. Samreno. Na Crawford do na cropo and conquer trajum. Mainly robot, etc., etc. You could even sit at home. AI, as we see it now, about the revolutionary, serious, about the metaphors into something else. A beer, normal beer, won't follow him. Cropo, soon, we have CCTV cameras at Miche.
Oh, yeah, the capture a bay for.
Exactly. You see, so a time will come when you're here, so soon, how we all see it.
Yes.
Ndiye ina baba Daniel by 1 point at a time.
Ankebedo.
In the near future, yes. One electronic tax no matter what you do, in the near future will be the game changer. But one say if it prekumpe pause here, mojaba. Until from the genesis of it, now ye advocate say. And Kamodi Mofan started 0.5%. And as Obekaya, Momo agents no. A press conference I hold was said.
Otumfo, omo leader president Otumfo.
Right. Omoni abenchia. Now omo where they can even rake more from compared to omo 1.75 now omo de ban. Omo baba. Abansi there. But now they had made calculations of esika omenya based on 1.75 no. Enti minister we sorry I say oh any e dey be me kwan nyina.
Yeah.
We sorry I see the best adan nyina.
Youth employment.
Say bia na E-levy. Nti ache kwa na be omo ho abaye ni pan. Opani yo da anu a wo di ni din pesa wo de be beta me din ho a me mpe kura se meti. Ye nyina ye ni tua se papa wo hwe nanim a ne ho dodo no. O se da bi. Se E-levy ho akwa to na meko na me de awudi a ne meko. Na atie sim. O ko no so. Wo de wo sika ne mesika. E na omo de tisi mu. Omo kon be nkrofo ekohia omo no enye esuo keke ne tomo omo
mbedidi
e mo duane mo boy ka across the country to educate people why E-levy was very critical obiti ama no ne born in Sapre, you try a tomu. Papa then you trim. Now the other the bear say the Belgians on beer. Yet what be seen to me as a charge Papa for the crime that he committed against the resources of this country. Because this is willfully causing financial loss to the state.
Yeah.
Ubi and Kahio. And now, and Crawfordia home tier, a bo muja yenina, sir, and almost say almost about 1%. 1% normally, but still, you can say, I was through. Everybody kicked against it. And you know, better say, acquire campaign mantra ubia a person or the year. Dr. Baumia himself, in your studio at Peace, I can say, Nkrofo mo yesa momonum dodo na ye hiafo nti won hu say in onona dream they were not going to tax momo na menia say you double taxation. This is the mother of double taxation. Na ade no wo ye ne bokwa anka obi agana for sa wo ye be kasa sa ebe na ba ye anka se ye ntua me be say 2-3 months na me pese me mekwa ko gina momo
yeah, transaction cry
there be mekwa me de ba ko tum. And so the inconvenience, yes, I need to go. But you say a phone. First, that phone, no. Yes, sorry, your first second, you quite a phone.
Yeah.
And no jaw phone will fear. But you say, will be a year. I know I'm a same baby pay for phobia do on corner. And I'm about to know what best 3.something%. And I'm a share charge. And I'm 2 me child fine. My fear. My driver said, "Bedu baby a full joint." No, and I make me say me koyi momo. My jafo no. Jawado. And I me say, na interestingly no. Me say ya, me call for phone no. Me bedu full joint. Omo am drive.
Oh,
me can. Omo am. Enti won. Eti say Christiani a okwa sorry na you refi ni Bible. Eti say okuani okwa phone na you refi.
The second.
Enti a time will come and na phone so crop on ebeba no na akese
yeah
enti ema ye no so no obi ndwen ho se o we mija ofie eden de na ehu hia pa ne se wo kofom na beja osika ofie o yura be fi ana se wo de wo pampan mo si ho mo be kofo bu nim se wo de sika na to ba kodu fom ho ne no those were the days I could drop from her I to say one kasa won so mo
go fo no kwa wa
yes
one nantie kodu efom wo na wo sika ntie du baby na ye ja wo efom wo
sa
upe baby
yeah no
de sika na esie
and now so wo ja wo sika no wo fie na so kodu efom enye problem and na chan fine mo nyina mo ko afuo no mu no ho nti ado se obefre oda me mo ba mo fa
sika yeah wo phone nko ade a
mo fa sika mre na me yura fi and phone just phone keke
yeah
but those days na ni ho
frɛ hwan
nti wo frɛ hwan yes nti wo betu
obi yira kora
obi je o so na obi sas na akɔ wo be nante sa be kɔ ho no obi say no obi say mo say mpacho mo de sika mienu bai ebi ani pa no wo fo mo de ne bucket wo bi ne ba mo kura sika mienu akwara ne sika no ntwa hwe so wo be gire sa na wo de asisi abre
ese mo abre
nti ewiase ba be sesa we mo kan de mo ante o mo hu
nti e ka o mo hwe
ni agencies well, we are sister. And the political system in our country, Ghana and Africa, no, you must go with the dynamics. Otherwise, e-levy should have stayed with a minimal charge. This Ankana is 0.5% now by way by and all this 0.1 account man 0.6%. We will not feel it. But here we are. Until we would make capital meat out of it. Yemfanya campaign. Into a more banner. They had no other option than to repeal it. And it's a good thing. Because it goes back to the pocket of the people of this country. Who say the scabba show pocket move. Indirectly, no.
But so we are direct because you're too
so you are saving. But I don't know who say you are saving. You don't see it, but it is money in your pocket. So it's a good thing. Betting, maybe say, bet, no. And also similar. And small.
Good. 10% was too much.
Ghana for a fool. Betting says 0.2%.
Yes.
Nipani dina ka okotia. Kitua bi wo hu. We get 0.2% in nyina aboma. E ska kakra. I beso. Na putu promo de bibia what
10%
by force one time. Eno na de ye kodu ba bia akodui. Na menua.
Right.
Taxes ahoro a me akitua
Emmanuel
osi ye dia begugu so. Interestingly, taxes are okay nyina no. Enye this na de buy o. Probably apart from VAT. I know so kumi prokumba mu. Na ehun baba asem ebedu mpempe so a omo bagie akonwa no omo increase ye. Aban bia ba tax VAT no ekosoro. Aban bia no VAT wa ba wa betwa mu anase wa reduce it drastically. There be ekosoro. We and for most of the taxes, some of the nuisance I tell you may and if you Google the whole world, nobody is charging that particular tax apart from Ghana. And the COVID. May yare COVID. Would you me to COVID your chum? Would you so G2? So my advocate was that would you Sandino don't put that COVID name on it from even day one. Because so what they didn't to so na ojiji ya me manya COVID makoda hospital in real see the mam yes e bi ne ho yes munko hankoto yakoto ye no COVID tax also just me bom me humu so na mko yare ye do punish me for it can you imagine if we started charging taxes on malaria and typhoid and other
malaria tax
and cholera and it doesn't make single sense. It does not. In this and come best said you no more can say bia a friend is saying sa dialysis mu ya abaye pinso aye chese nkrofo ewu by heart anke bia mo be yusu sa ayi no self COVID twa mu no na kan mo dane ne say yeah just specifically to help those who are having heart and kidney
sa ben ye twam no ka say COVID no ebaye no nkrofo a ye hwom free anase Ghana for ye hwom free ebi ni electricity water ni food enti ye tax no de replace
electricity ne water ne de twabo umusanji for uroko job from the time country say it was not free
also yes also be and free somebody has paid for
meanwhile,
it enti de come tax
aba omodi ye campaign 2020 omodi ye campaign pass omama ye nsuo free omama ye electricity free
teacher for etina fi etua moka
ye to abani we don't forget say it's COVID as a result of COVID about over 5 billion over $4 billion
billion dollars.
Yes, IMF Emma
100 million.
100 million say. So let's even assume say 400 million. I think that's the I think roughly the amount. 400 million. Enye sika kitwa. Enye sika kitwa. Omo spend your friend say quarter on COVID. COVID no.
And in kind of way.
And any asem no ye bebu nkunta yanka say constituency executives ni normal ma omo nka so microphone e de beto abonte apart from that normal ye de COVID ska ekra ba ye no dodo na omo de koye campaign omo e hodo no me hu bi wo techima na me hu sa de ne pa
to say
COVID anwani tomatoes ne sa no man but unfortunately for them no na ebi mo ye the embossment abon dada it was during 2020 election and na omo che sa de no e de ma nkrofo nti nkrofo hode ye won nkrofo ye ma omo COVID ye friend say momo omo send ye to
na COVID na kasa ba da be
enye 2019 ba na ye
the be share 2020 mo dey ko ye elections December
yes
okay
nti time hit ye first ni na omo de ye campaign you understand nti what we are saying is that taxes na omo enyi sisi example COVID no it is embedded in the IMF programs. Thankfully, no, the IMF program,
yeah,
because the last tranche, NDC never received, just like NDC be called out of government. Now MPP never received for more last tranche of IMF. The nature of the COVID tax, makes it difficult now to remove. But the question is that now we need say very difficult to remove now. What's the about be removed? These are the questions we should ask. And they are very legitimate.
And
what is happening is that almost from what I'm hearing, I mean it's just an information. Getting to the end of the program, those taxes, in fact, will be removed because it doesn't make sense.
Okay.
Right. And first, this tax are boarding, which affect the mining
insurance.
Fine, insurance, growth and sustainability.
Okay.
Big conglomerate companies are affecting them. For instance, the mining tax now omo raise yako 3%, na 1%, omo yako 3%. These guys are making about 14% win for profit.
Okay.
Big mining companies no. And esika omo dwe fi omo ehmo kan enye sika ketewa wo. And what stops us? Say esika amunya no first na munya about say so and so much. Say see amunya in excess. Into ye 2% per aka 1% no. Me nu anya wo de. And only it comes to help us. Affect any individual. Your friend is an individual in Ghana. Okay. It rather rake monies into the government coffers for development. Make up 2% ne swap. A swap and a taxes for me no so no. Your friend is a GRA tax refund no. And also not a 6%. 6% the scale be no. Na there's a 4% the year more year. And a sizable amount of it. And the finance minister said, okay, you better tax refund, scanning. Now you reduce 6% to 4%. Not 2%, no. You the actual year for the same vacuums and I said, hosa, you way for Amanaba creating. And the monies that will come into the system is way more off than the year free home. And it benefits all of us. Tax your friend say insurance no man. They are making car here. Or say January 17, 2025. National Insurance Commission, that's NIC. And I'll read. Or say NIC has announced an adjustment in motor insurance tariffs following deliberations with key stakeholders effective 1st January 2025. The new motor insurance premiums will reflect a 10% increase on average, instead of the initially proposed 15% increase. Where 17th, January 17, 2020. 1st February 2025. Instead of the 15% previously proposed. This revision aims to balance the financial stability and sustainability of insurance providers while mitigating the impact on vehicle owners. Below is a breakdown of the revised tariffs across different vehicle classes. Until we say 2024-2025, private individual 482 now in 2024, and Omodiako 530 in 2025.
Yeah.
Private corporate 482, Omodiako 530. Taxi, so they are paying. You increase it first no. The community the me then what me apatro me won sa akwakosi. We be 24/7. No. The previous administration and the Urafem Pomboatia, because of that, you're permanent. The report about Bunting, they had developed an app. You could sit in Accra and see somebody is in the Nimrim Forest Reserve.
Okay.
His Excellency John Mahama said they were going to use AI. That system is part of AI. Why abandon that system and then now try to say you training water gas whistleblowers? And don't forget, the water gas are human beings just like that, just like us. And there's whistleblowers so called as they are describing. Very soon, the small scale miners and the galam, I would not even say small scale miners, the galamseyers will know them. And when they get to know them, now maybe a water guard, Bosun will bet you 3,000. Galamseya, na koku you pay scabe if you ukoka. Momo imu na mebe 5,000. Uka say meka.
Me crampo dem me say.
Meka so dame na konsumu.
Whistle blowers in the crown. It will 10. They will rather tell the Galamseya say, "Hey, nkofuni ibo."
I didn't know you to me fight Boko Haram. Because the people, the military architecture, and the police architecture, and as America said, the security architecture of Nigeria, their hands are neck deep in the Boko Haram. They benefit from them, right? And the moment Ombeshia, even cabinet or whatever said, this is the step we are taking.
Government wadada UPS lecture person.
No, I will not go for that tangent. But I'm saying, sir, the water guards are being trained by who? Almost say a naval command. Now they did the Ufa naval command.
But so when they live in the communities.
Massa, it won't work. That will even make it worse. More dear, as I'm making, remember, I've been consistent on the water guard. What the emotion the basic. It will fizzle out. This is not the way to use in the 21st century. I know your 2025 drones are available. You can sit at a zipline and deliver in row.
Yeah.
We are saying, sir, employ the latest technology to fight Galamsey. But I must also be quick to admit, sir, Galamsey necessary say blame MPP for. Free power, no. They jumped in there, say, Massa. This is our last chance. So by the time they did ye. Don't forget, say, Mame, Jemfua. Jemfua. Yeah, I bet you can say. Economic dia pressure na eba ono na ba ne so den. Say, omo stop Galamsey emfaso ja kom so omo njai. Na yan to aba ne nwie because ebe ha omo. Can you see this is the mentality?
Say elections.
Yes.
Or pay votes.
Yes. But who pay vote into yan nkai na yaka no. Terminal ye
nti say MPP fu na e jump in omo ye no.
Yes. Yes.
Abafu fra be I
will not mince words and so say. NDC for the count. But I'm saying said the because when MPP they've been there for 8 years. Majority now omo ye Galamsey no ye MPP for.
Okay.
Majority no omo ye small scale man and MPP for. You understand? And once then omo say a new government has come now. Let us create disaffection. Consciously, unconsciously, they are creating disaffection because yes, Omako say, "Yen time abandon you, but Omaka Ochale, ya bass said here, I didn't know for the Baby Tramway, part of their promise. Into Yendi last. Into
Yendi last in a Mizumi say, also ya ban a waba, also Bequa.
Exactly.
I don't know which one will be in the last.
And I make a number, they will go in there.
Enter the UPS, my lecture can say, this government is a calm government when it comes to Galamsey fight.
Abano, you see, like I'm Sakaba 3 days, no one 1 month.
Yes.
And
no,
okay, 2 days.
Net 3 months.
And which date is today?
5. Yes.
7.
2 days. No me
3 months.
Yes.
First one 3 months.
Good.
Yes. Inti minua. Abanya eso den hye papa begu fom. Na yemfa nko entia sa ade ya e higher than no. It will not take that 3 months.
Oh,
I want Nyabotre. I want to believe, sir. There are good things coming on when we fight against it. I said Nyabotre, I said I want to believe because someone said you must engage stakeholders in every step that you are taking. You must engage stakeholders, interior room, defense room, all the security.
I am only surprised because Abanu opposition and some of Mukaye.
When you see,
and then you votes.
And no casa, Omapenku for Baba Becassi. Or said you're not Yabonta no count or by inside Mentis.
Okay, it's the univotes.
But the uncle can conquer and I said no by your these two administrators, especially the sitting president and whoever was, they have all been in government. So they know the nuances, the modus operandi in terms of their deliveries during campaign.
Yes.
But the fact is that such canker air cosono, we cannot put the measures in place within 3 months.
We are not serious.
They have started fighting it, but I'm saying, sir, measures to curtail it,
no problem.
Me propose say, instead of saying the water gas, any other things, they should unleash the military and the security architecture on them as if we are going for war. Because Ghana for years small keep peace somewhere, and we've been acclaimed as the best, right? Are we saying Galamsey is no more quiet in the they are stronger than the state architecture. In terms
of say a declare state of emergency no only the Pakuga yarding. In fact, me no more yarding. I agree. Say they are charitable. Fine, I agree. Say whichever. Probably I would say they are at fault. Because the state of emergency, and what does it mean? The state of emergency has implications. Yes.
Right?
Yes.
But you see, the moment you declare state of emergency, now who take action? Then your people, your human rights and left and the right, no more sorry. And I'm for. And so much sorry, I buy an area there. I didn't so hey yes, a hey the state of emergency, me in my opinion. But I'm saying, sir, once you declare state of emergency, let the military be deployed with brute force.
Okay.
Say don't let them go and stay there. Say dabi.
And say honorable say Just say wusu asem can shoot and kill no.
Oh, me dey shoot and kill my fuaso titi. Enu achi ade ebugu omusi madam nyame asesa. Say embugu omuso mo. Na esi mo. Ebeboa ya pa. Omo achi be say 9 Chinese for. Yegusu echi. Ana me you say ope camping. Camping am say na understand say camping say oye Ghana. No. These are some of the campaigns. You see, they have come. You see, they have them. Oh, maybe what their main cancer? Yes. You see, omo Chinese for no, omo G loan.
Yeah.
Na omo de aye adwuma.
Omo buying more music.
Yes, aye cheap. Loan omo G no aye cheap.
Yes.
Into yes, obi na work concession no. Right?
Ghana ni.
Yeah, no concession no. But Chinese no wo sika. And machines no no di aba. Into if you are talking about campaign, don't limit it to nipa no only concession. Ebi kropa nipa no aton concession no oko. Ebi a nipa no concession is very legitimate and waton. And a Chinese no ko TSM na woko other areas. Into yachi 9 Chinese no, I don't want it to be a case ya beko court yes or more women yashi wo.
And I say why was why Aisha one.
Almost see you deported no. Say not to her here. Na do say me ka kura posi you deported no. Oba yan so man we. You understand? Enti galam say there me dey minim say aban promise o ma ye no. E so dey adwuma. Na mom water gas in there it should be dismantled me that say.
All right.
And they were now wash in summary. Na me fa kwenya iso en we share minuaba ma me fa we fidie iso en we no happy birthday. Ene na woda na me insura no
na just alcohol na okodi nsamona ye be deport wana yo
already on my way anyway sorry why me
Martinia inti Sakina to our mfa akonya so we show happy birthday madam no mischief me nua ba prekope inti
yo dongo sa me ko makaranta
okay.
I mean how? How can you tell me this story?
Anyways,
you
President John Dramani Mahama echa E-levy mu na edi enije aba ama enidaso aba ama the ordinary Ghanaian citizen E-levy said the minua ya we kano. You know, obia anyhow say you bet you at all. But your level na you drew say on mine no. Where I feel na people are far gone. But I feel na you try say a be living in a cashless system and as economy. You introduce some of these electronic payments and all that. So it is something that already people are yet to embrace it fully. Even though say you know you make a mobile money buy na nipa bebre it's true. So the nisike kogu fidie so na machines ne kodu so hiana yes network
ama
any idea ama na fe kan say. So in as much as E-levy is in the system, many of our especially our parents any sebio yenuan momo yen crass here no omunya embracing fully. And so to the extent that you would even go ahead and tax it ebema aye bibia ebe discourage you. Because already say me 100 cedis me botom na minim say 100 cedis nyina e media. Na say me fa nkoto me phone so na me ko send any e beti me 1 cedi amana ka 99 ene na me koya na me buy. So that was where na many of us no and as many Ghanaians market women no any E-levy tia no enya adwin be the percentage they wanted to introduce. Obekaya, one of the reasons why the NDC and John Dramani Mahama won these elections and had these seats that we had was because of E-levy.
And also kampa
because na mebunu no any betting tax and mebunu ne bu afu yie it didn't sit well with them, and that is where the NDC had to come in, assure the people say this is something we are against, and indeed when we come we are going to cancel it. Ya cancel ama enije etumi aba no. And so emo obian downplay say me ba na metie me nua manual no ka so E-levy ne de John Mahama twema we twem na enya de a impact Ghanaian so much than import. You said that. What's other than import levies?
I never said that.
Oh, come on,
make your point, but don't say what I may say. Why ya there? Now so mama ye hu say the way ni so aba. So please.
I can say ade ananka e be affect Ghanaians ye import levies mum. na no na obi eto ade a eda so na say if e-levy didn't matter, if e-levy didn't affect people, if e-levy no na ye nya hwe wo so there, then why introduce it in the first place by his government? And see, if we shouldn't downplay Ade John Dramani Mahama when okojum oko the ordinary places, mechanic shops, any baby a matter, the people are really happy and appreciating Ade John Dramani Mahama, the finance minister, Kesel out of force and I. In the because about John Dramani Mahama, so now somebody like me, I'm influencer and I me can I say me Timmy lobbying for a catch almost a convincing for so Munko Twaba na John Dramani Mahama betray levy muno. Me na mama de any gen I work confidently amongst my peers because I assured them, I promised them say John Mahama betray levy near Timmy Chem, amen a Ghana ye home atoyen. And a betting tax, Shemabuni. Yes, we are Yashama was here, yes, I'm monocrono. In fact, betting tax, my principle as a Christian, means so personally. But having said that,
what's Ramun Choloto?
Debbie, I mean, it's not even about church, but me personally. So let's limit it to myself. Me a Methodist, me.
We are Methodist.
Yeah.
Okay,
but
you personally.
I'm saying that me personally.
Good.
Devoid of politics and my church,
religion.
whatever. Me personally, me no be me so betting so.
But
you ask yourself,
yeah. Betting ne lottery that the one so. The American visa lottery.
Me njindi. I don't believe in it. So I don't. Me bida.
Okay.
Me kase ye boni ana. I've not said that, but mena.
And near per se to us here.
Me mempe. In me personally, they say the tax 100% kind of better so. But we should look at the causative effect and I say cause ama eneye enkrofo HBet. Yawo maya na yawo unemployment rate of 7%. As at 2015-2016. NPP are buying a year propaganda campaign so yenti bida. Na your unemployment rate ye high. Share chile for me unemployed graduate association. Pe omun crofo nam krom ye de so adwumani krom enti yate aban yate ku a ye de beti aban so atua akire crofo say aban aman enwuma anye. And that is where on sa betting ye start here. Ghana na yen system na nka sa bet na eni ho. Na de eni ma ye lotto.
Yes.
Say bet na paper tinia work single
banker
214 near the banker to banker too sure near the and anank ye di akire. But essence unemployment rate MPP abanshi nkrofo achi mo mutiti yenti. Then people capitalize on it. And after shares ye mind bet, super bet, one bet.
In 2016 year na buy.
Oh, betting company started somewhere 2016-17.
Hey, sir.
You can look back, you can check it. And it started with bow money baby boost or my mua. And a mebunu idiom hujim. And the answer MPP be free abem. Unemployment rate was more than 14% eukrom. How do we expect them to survive? Omunko bokrono. Omunko wia. Omunko yeden no ma survive. So some of them modestly instead of betia bontia ko serious ka ama na busu enu egu ase obekọ krono bo be niema ensem fatenti ene ma menhye me bet na aniwo me fantwa bet na bosu mamia me so metimi anya bia hema me ne papa asendi bia ba minu anu mo efie ena mabunu di tisi bet mu kafe mafe sa afi ye kwada sore ya mo se ye de to aba beto bet so amen no so mabunu atikokum ene John Dramani Mahama ba no atwa betting tax mu mo so onye hwe na enye de ye hwehwe no ade bi a wo hwe se John Mahama betwam no bisa answer why they introduce in the first place ene wanya kukoduro atia ka covid levy ho asem when they introduce covid levy in 2022 ene hwe amay omugege covid levy mini odame ukọ France covid levy omugege ye omudi trainee health personnel doctors nurses any ade Cuba ejije covid levy omudi sisi hospitals extend omu health facilities ene chemi ade ba ko Ghana covid levy etimi de ye yen na on record etimi ko fa company bet na Ghana airport ejije covid hu sika ni ewie ye ka che ye company omugege ye kura enim company kuro ni enim omomu ta achiri ene wanya kukoduro tie ye ka che se enye de ehia na John Mahama ntwa covid levy mu ni dada ye John Dramani Mahama ebetwa covid levy mu and indeed asama John Dramani Mahama can say in our next budget which obviously budget here we di enye the only budget John Dramani Mahama ebe read in the next 12 years NDC better na konya so no. This is not the only budget you are going to read. John Dramani Mahama is committed to every single promise he will make here during campaign periods prior to the election in December 7. John Dramani Mahama see in his next budget, and I'm putting it on record, that in the next budget we are going to cancel COVID levy no matter what it is. And then Naminia Penny Kase, it is associated, it is connected to you kind of saying IMF situation. No say there be OTS in fact, generation income generation and as a revenue generation measures are also a meeting at the IMF support here. It is part. We are committed to paying the COVID levy. And nothing arrives from the word go. The government is putting together revenue measures. I bet me they replace COVID-19, and in the next budget you cancel COVID-19. I'm at the ordinary citizen and because for the past 2022 I started seeing to COVID levy. Yeah, who's on for so. And the minion said, maybe me say or say galamsey. Some penny Mahama who ni galamsey man, and he also to me fighting in 1 week. Into your cancer or person say 8 years never could forward to me fighting galamsey. Never could forward na 8 galamsey.
This sadness. Sam George kind.
Sana Sam George kind. I mean, be so no or case say John Mahama into galamsey there in 1 week. Also to me 2 galamsey no. Next year say could forward to me into us in 8 years. Never could forward or galamsey ni bi ampana. Is that what he's trying to tell us?
Yes, sir. No kind.
You know galamsey huasema yekin. In as much as galamsey haye nyina. In as much as galamsey ya dia Ghana ni bia empe ni ehwese galamsey ebe kwame ho atoye no. Enye Bible masama se nye ne honam ni moja na enya na emom ya ne awie matumfo. Me kire se galamsey no nye it is not as though enye nipa na eye na machines na ekwa akase ekwashi machines no. Nipa ho ade na said ye minua ekase ono nkra de support shooter and killer ye Joseph Ose usukan. Mene ne ya adwen. Enke sefata se abra sa omomutu galamsey yi boyen. Omu se yensu causing Ghana Water Company sikapu duo a omu de be treat water ama yenya bianom no. Enke omu sefata se enke yakoni ehu o man ke emu omutu nko. But in as much as they are doing this, these are breadwinners of a certain family. These are people that have families, have association with the community they come in. And untina John Dramani Mahama na adwen say, yes, ebia Michelle Bobby. Na say boss say metu galamsey ase no. It wouldn't be as we see it. Say yakoyako hu omunti afa mfidie ni ahye omo. Yakoyako hu omunti abo mutu aku omo. Oh yes sir, and also the year will be a section of some Ghanaians mu. So why don't we take it in phases? I didn't think adopt an approach. I de be kon galamsey. The started with the Blue Water Initiative. Of course, many omoya adwen say any asama obisa no, and I agree so much with you say at the end of the day these Blue Water Initiators no, omumom kra be sa than whistle blowers to omo mutu galamsey na ka say o asoja fo obo ntimu nwane. No kre. But yen argument nyina say we have trained persons that are so committed to the community they grew in. Me no kalaka say unyini wo zongo. We all know how zongo for behave. No matter how zongo ni akodi bone wa abonten. Now beto a shene so abu na kuno, there is no way zongo people will allow you to do that. Not because they support the bone now why no. But they always feel there is a more better way to handle the situation. And it is a service you kronumpo na zongo ni akobo ni ache no ni edi na chi no. Zongo for be protecting in the first place. Akwaje wa de na nipa na wi na the amount. And then later, if they want to reprimand the person, they will reprimand the person. And that is the approach John Dramani Mahama and the land minister is proposing. These are people who grew in the communities. People who might have fed from the various rivers now. Into Bo who are sensu na muna yawono, ana onom ninsu, emwan or sensu jare, ne mame eyi fish wom, ne mame eko sensu or a senior and all that. So on him the level of help and as a service as provided to the community. So first, I need a commitment to the community and as the need of his family for that community. And we are going to be free abonting about ebe saying. And so we are believing that these people would serve as a guide. Say there been so many mamimu yusu, so na yen na nanomia wo fo no yusu, enti ye hwe ma won se no. it is on that commitment and you say yeah initiated this blue water initiative for no mu serve as whistleblowers. Yes, sika de eya de nyina yi obi nka so obi ntumi fa sika na adam, but they may want to take the money and still protect the livelihoods of their family. Omu nuanom nketoa, omu maamenom and all that. And that is why one, we are using the blue water initiative. But we have not said that is all. We have not said because say ya what blue water initiative means yeah fight military men and cause abia yeho. That is not what we are saying. We are saying that
because it's a water gas, they will serve between the security agencies and the galamseyers. And
that is what I'm saying, that it doesn't mean that
it is a better the military accord they had in the year boka a training for what?
And so what we are saying is that the blue water initiative will be there 24/7 every day. And then the military service will come in as and when there is intelligence. They will be at the banks of the rivers, in the community. That
in what forest now that can they stay there for 24 hours?
River Pra. No. What I'm saying is that
who's at the banks?
Sorry. Yeah. Okay, so if that is what I meant, I wanted to say baby communities now in Sunewono, they will be there 24/7. Minia, what is no hey? Say Fanise in Subi da Achimota. Now what is an hey who say I had a coin be anywhere ye and I say a high and your coin a year graders and this are cast in them. Then who say low bed be the grader BS so kwa Achimota. Then him say Achimota ho in so be the why you two galam say man. Why a mouse who say Obi kwedi boni bi wo ho to be you follow up ADHD. And that is what we are saying. They see these people coming in with the machines and then they will blow the whistle. No mako blow whistle actually the district assemblies, the military personnel. No, they have other duties they are doing. And nunti any day blue water initiative. Omuhu no mabe boyman and then you deport yebe ma military for no alcohol no mako this.
That ain't not buying and declare state of emergency as now.
My case it is in phases. You drew baby, I was a declare. Now you will surely declare a state of emergency.
And so because this government, a con government, when it comes to Galamsey fighter.
You see, a government that and John Dramani Mahama and the NDC welcomes all these criticisms. You see, it is very unfortunate. Say Abaya Abba just in 3 weeks. In 3 months. Yeah. We expect results from him. Even more than somebody are not betting us.
ASEM the most government is what?
A continuous and that is what you are saying.
And a opposition. And some are okay.
That is why I'm saying that we welcome. We welcome.
Maybe they would compare will be 8 years. We will barely 3 months. Until we should expect that much from you. I mean, no yarding.
Other men cancer. I may say, a need player who say more say GD anyway. Say in 3 months, a bit me the constant okano.
And among
but be as it may. Galam say you two a district mu, you two a municipalities mu. Me no ka say DC is grand, you see any DC is ho. And so what we are saying is that yes. So I mean, government is continuous and government is not an isolation. You be here the district assemblies all stakeholders involved near the concern me. Aban go so to 2 year. Be as it may. And time cause he say a feedback on every year. Na Ghana, Efan and Toma pay for our yensu.
And say, how many months? 9 months.
Menkasi me say, and time it could be tomorrow, it could be next week, it could be next month, it could be end of the year. Here be enkonkosi samre ne de. Na me nia Galam say, I 10 of the pass a Ghana for one kind say maybe by na Galam say hack Ghana for.
Yeah, that's it. Where Emmanuel Opoku Buedu from the NDC and I was saying in Kano. Manuel, as a uperibata, what am I saying?
Like Mr. Adame, me go for ya tano. I can say be, and I'm best emitti feel. The kind IMF COVID-19 levy and can any IMF we be ahun. Yes, it generate revenue. Yang fan show concern the COVID-19 levy. Yang can't just say COVID-19 levy. Yes, it generate revenue. And to send your be generate revenue. No.
So the chire kwanya obefa so generate revenue.
And know how to generate revenue. Yan fa COVID-19 levy and show concern chinchina aje. Because I'm so at
but so they are shame and now they are call IMF program no. And almost so much
the revenue the shame we were even the only I said a source of revenue. But some way,
but say 11 and IMF conditional.
Every way be a revenue generated be a say when they generate revenue. Most share boss 120 days move be year for me boy. So don't come and give this excuse say I can IMF condition.
Say can ho.
Moi ma share boss 120 days move be muyi.
Okay.
Ma share bo mundi so dia to so mienu. Me wo fa asa ka biem say kan ye kan say VAT yente VAT soda e wo krom ha. Which is anya no kre 2017 na now down kwa Akufo abolish 17.5% VAT on real estate, SAE 17.5% VAT financial services, AE 17.5 VAT on domestic airline tickets. It is untrue say yente COVID yente VAT so e wo krom ha ye abolish impo e wo krom ha. Now with the unleashing of military people. Yera John Mahama any sakukudro no because it will dent his reputation. It will dent his integrity already in Ponibi. Okache Nanado Danko Akufado say unleashing military on these galamseyers inhumane. So he can't do that. He doesn't have the balls to do that. So they should be on record. The immediate tour on his part, no. Also Chinese for any campaigns, please. We shouldn't be shifting the goalposts right now. Yera John Mahama was very emphatic. Okache say ministers, any MCs, and no more campaigns. That one Chinese nibia na wafa Mr. Adame.
Yes.
Mi busa wasemo. Chinese ni eni tano nswe onim ho.
Ghana ni na
de ne ko. Sa campaign no de ne ko ye no. Sa campaign no de ne koye no eno na Yera John Dramani Mahama eka me catch us say they establish association of Chinese miners just enroll in 3 days. So what are you telling me? To Galamsey. Now Babeka say they are the ones who are the kingpins. No, they are not the kingpins. Mama yeti say MCs, any ministers, still you to Galamsey. So let the NDC be serious and they solve this thing. So let it be on record. Say menka wo bebia say e-levy any betting tax ye if you wanna enye say na minya eki menka wo bebia sa me see eye now so or they've introduced more taxes more than what they've removed. That was my point. It should be on record. Not the midi we cry unemployment rate in 2016 enye anything 7%. Ebi mo ka 8.4% or no better now 7%. Mr. Odame, Kochechi Ghana Labor Force Report 2015. Ghana Labor Force Report 2015. Now Ghana's unemployment rate was 11.9% as of 2015. Menuka say 2016 they don't have unemployment rate from Ghana Statistical Service. Go and check. The Omuwa Ghana Living Standard Survey, which was conducted between October 2016 and October 2017, which gave that 8.4. So from October 2016 to October 2017, you are coming to tell me say that period was the unemployment rate of 2016. Please, let us be serious. Yeah, but now we shouldn't be thinking, say, it is just some gullibles listening to us. We should know that, say, we should give them that respect and let them know the factor of the matter. And at 3 months, with the issue of the 3 months, Trump, when we do Trump within some few months. Trump, you must swan or US or buy
3 months.
Where do more ye? Ain't Mombeka said 3 months. You say, if I want you have to have an experienced driver. Moka chess when you may do not so. Into 3 months to crime, so that means last time I say, so Kofa will be on your way to maybe that. I bet enough for the HR. Expectation of better one in China to be lesser than will be a just me 4 years experience. Maybe simple.
Brian.
Yes,
pick one.
On VAT reduction. First of all, my man can say, when I was talking, my brother was very quiet. And then when Ima was talking, I think that they're giggling as if to say he doesn't know what he was talking about. It's not fair when we meet.
No. No.
Because when you were also talking, he was quiet.
No, consistently you were giggling. No, the reason you were quiet.
No.
Who can say the reason I was quiet and say one car someone was a me
there be you. Regardless, you note them down and then you rebut. But when you giggle consistently as if to say the person doesn't know what he's talking about, I don't think it's fair. And then secondly, the issue of the fact say I tell you so sad empire communicators and commentators. So microphone mo abonta mo tie ye no, they are not gullible so. Those kind of things. So as we go forward,
into the gallery.
we should desist from doing those kind of things. It doesn't help. Now on VAT reduction, if you reduce VAT for a section of people, as he mentioned, won't reduce your VAT. If you reduce VAT to a certain within certain institutions, you have not done so much to say well reduce your VAT. It's not across the board.
Chinese in not all to the bottom.
Now on the issue of campaign, what I said was that we should not limit the campaign aspect to say Ghana for and I'm relating to the fact say because any panel the all concession legitimate one small scale miner will be pepe on your na so for galam say and no what concession on the documents and the only capital and obi or Chinese no to me aliezi nipa na badan and what to free nsem this a Chinese no status or money yes they sell it outside into some crop for the documents they take the documents away and go and show to the community over there in China. No more we should not limit campaign aspect to Ghanaians. That's what I was saying. Now, in terms of your friend is saying COVID-19.
Yeah.
What I mean, say maybe Jilo or what? Normal say Yedigu Akwemebwa.
Yes.
It been say, who better than what we are? That question. You don't give loan to Obi on your Juma. So what the channel. Until we can't me say, loan na me babejino. Ebia me ye tomatoes bi wo Bosom bia me tiso so me nya this much. Me sensu duomoku. A broker crowd has so. A bro no nya sen tomatoes no nya sen. Jane no so nya sen. Na nipa na ukoji loan na anya guarantee bi. Say that is why there's issue of collateral. Nti nipa na nya guarantee bi say oh ampa. Bosom bia oti tomatoes so. Nti misika no betumi atua kra ma ebia boso. Nti the COVID-19 level na ya introduce you know. IMF ebema omulo no what were some of the conditions bisa say how are you going to pay back? You must have to list your generations income generations ahoro and I say revenue I should say revenue generation ahoro no a ebema omuaji watu mpesa ampa betumi adua. For instance, COVID-19, because you so much per month, you so much annually. Into that is how it is. And yes, sir, IMF na can say more for COVID-19 income.
Exactly.
That be you are saying, sir, it's not part of it.
There be me see IMF and can say for shame or see generate revenue.
That's what I'm saying. IMF and can just a shame.
Yes.
And I said, me tomato. Yes. Pussy me pesca wo. And I'm say okay, scan your bema. But you require the battery.
Exactly.
Some of the
so you are saying the same thing.
Yes. No, he's not saying the same. He's saying that it's not part. He's saying that
IMF and case for shame. When I would shame when they buy me boy. Generate revenue. Who as NDC who criticize it say within 120 days may
you have spoken.
So what you are saying?
Spoken.
Then the way you will generate your revenue, what they are to IMF winning. Simple. That's what I'm saying. It's still a good one. You fly.
It is not. It doesn't lie in the mouth of the current government. Say, IMF say this is how I will generate it because among Konkoji loan. Let me tell you this. Or say the COVID-19 and can say be a question be very legitimate question and very fair. Say time or more promise some bomb COVID-19. Not Omun say a part of the IMF program.
Yes, you are questioning this government.
Question this. My brother, what I'm trying to tell you is that IMF person who say kwembe no be fa so tua. No ma be na wodi agugu akwan mu a wodi betua. And as part of your government, omokwaji loan, in no more because die IMF say, when we never first when we never first now COVID-19 can into about try and cast and can be. That is the reason why they have not been able to remove it. Once they finish the program, please let me talk because when you were talking, I was quiet. Once they finish the program, and now say when they are going to read the next budget, you will not. That is when we can be able to question them. Say, Moka say COVID-19 IMF program now. I didn't that's a budget.
This is why you are going to see the removal of the COVID-19 levy, because already the previous administration made it as part of the processes, and as a process, and I think revenue, or money by IMF is it cannot be. So you cannot just come and then I remove it. And maybe say now most promises. So my brother, let's be fair with all this thing. And the military unleashing of the military on the lastly, unleashing of the military on the people. Say John Mahama will need that boss. John Mahama and NDC did not promise that when they come to unleash military on them. I am proposing. So instead of blue water gas and we should unleash the military on them with force, because that is the end, one way. You better they are fighting against Galamsey, because you're quite wanting to keep peace. Why can't we stem down this small
peace
group
in our own country?
Because
Banana Manuel Pacha say, Kufa the time only she military.
No, the military and this also the same. But I'm saying when you unleash the military, it's like war. It's not like we selecting crowdphobia, say munko patrol pat. That knee-jerk operation, so no. We are saying that young fan say military no more say crowdphobia from the Tosha Ghana so on be defend the antisa. It is a see crowdphobia na be Tosha Ghana so no. Amanone for can. To go as if you are going to war, fight them within less than 1 month. You can get rid of all these miscreants within the red zones. Green zone no there obi wo ho mine legitimate. But who green zone no kronkona say we license no the years say nyamra say cross here now. Yes, they should fight you. Okay. That is what I'm saying. It's not an NDC policy.
4 minutes on counterfeit CDs, dollars and fake gold. Brahima Yanko. And I worry about Tabi.
Oh, not necessarily, but Minya Manuel and I'm a person. You see, just as he feels we have ardent listeners, we have people who are listening to us. It's only fair that he would also, I mean, we all, so he doesn't feel say I'm attacking him. So it will be also the right, facts right, and be open to learn. So with this, as we are talking about the commitment, it's true. Meaning, IMF and bet yourself for A and BC the bra bet yourself revenue generation. But they said cannot go over be south say a quite bench on a first so a bit to us. Bet me to us, Bosiano. When I bet you so me work car, me wear fool, me were dying. And Tiana me de ebe generating revenue, na me dear to your car. And it's all watch that baby. Now I'm for watching and come on. Won't mean just a for watching the count. But once you have committed that tray, none next person say you free. Now say when you know before floor by shower nine. Preoccupy anybody to me can say me you can film the watch a besha nine. Because it's can be a camera. Yes, the beer camera also utia. You to me can changing me a diner film and I'm here for film the watch for rubbish. And that is why government is still in talks with IMF. Now until our next budget no. You be track COVID living, so you should get that. You'll be anchor say IMF na this can to Ghana come say change na monfa Ghana COVID levy me shana. So that is that.
And the end is in Chemwe.
So 120. Can say 120 days in here.
And the Munchim. Okay, so
okay.
Counterfeit we know.
Counterfeit no.
Okay.
Menia. Me ba no mete won ka say o say uko gina so.
Yeah, go gina gold.
Uko share.
Big good.
Mpacho wa hefa.
Ewo e kan say pokwa say
apema e da so sisi ho.
Ewo
na security for
ewo ho 24/7.
Enti ukoye no. There hina ko gina so. How many boxes? Were you allowed to check everything?
Oh yeah.
Everything, containers,
all the containers, and even that uncompleted building I will opposite the warehouse. How were the containers?
Boxes ne scan here.
Yes.
Boxes na yes ceiling
no. Boxes are yes ceiling no. Amu komu bieso nyabutre. Boxes na ebi ho ye bieso. Ebiso ha ye bieso.
Exactly.
Yes, and American.
Exactly. Now can be say. Sakaresin. No, export and I stand to be corrected.
Yes.
You channel ha. Near export ya kwa bonte.
Per information wo ho no. Any containers na egu ho no. Ebi okwa mo exporter a no ma share de chako jebidie in sacks. Omlodu boxes, Bank of Ghana boxes, omlodu we chire. No more a partition with plywood. no more the chako ababegu enim nti wo a be check no wo bia be hu say chako na export meanwhile na you can say these fake currencies.
Yes, but you see, don't let us deceive ourselves. Once fake currencies, now me know yet here you who say a trade jatum. Now call hono so no boxes 1 or 2 na ye bios na wo ko hu ye. Don't come and sit here and tell us say ni nyina ye fake. Nyabotre. Until say go no wo machine I dey check who say fake.
Oh, na say gold dey minimum gold.
Oh, come judge.
Yeah, machine say na fake currency you say am for machine anko check fake currency but we saw say fake currency.
Oh, minimum say fake currency dey ye den e bi beka ho. Ye den e bi beka ho.
Show you what are you insinuating?
I am saying say until say ye be hu say nsantwerofo ya frame aba 12 containers all sealed ye bie so ye twa dwatum ye hu say ni nyina fake am. I will never doubt the fact say a be any fake, but I will not also sit here and insinuate say everything is fake. Fake. I will not sit here and conclude say all the gold were fake. Odame, what's your rajapa? Is sky on bottom of $1. Yeah, and they compare the own be. Emma Wuhu. Me and them is so fake one. Exactly. Until I make say, I will not sit here and conclude say, a being fake. Neither will I sit here and conclude say, Nina a fake. Businessman be an anybody who engage in that sort of business. Massa, you can't tell me the way this thing and you be anyway. Let me ask you this question before you proceed. Kwachira mu babia yetwa efiri organa ha machines no ho. Oh, me say the other uncompleted building no ho na omo yesika no. Okay, the machines no ho. Everything is there. You inspected everything. Yes. Nti see so no omo export akwa. And how you be dey hu no. So say omo export kwa bonten. Yes, na tio me say ya kwa no utum say omo operation room no more departure warehouse. Nti containers no either say omo di sikani bi ba ananso omo di sikani bi ko ba pe ya investigation ya okakra say who say gasem cement at the boxes no bi mu enti information gather and say so omo kwa omo pe weight kana ekuma bi omo pe weight enti no omo di cement ni bi atoto boxes na ase na omo di sikano egu soro meaning say sikani mfia bonten na eba sa gasem wo mko ade na say free ha na eko what you say so that's understanding. Don't conclude like that. No, what it be a friend of repackaging what it be that? Yes. So don't conclude me as I sit here may convinced when the so-called investigation is completed. Good. In fact anka moko hokropo no anka say ye mo mark with seal some trofo be yenhu say ya mark we into your investigation na we na yenim say you fake no ya san from central for say and na ya shi fakers no ya shi no yard mo yen transport nko ba bia. Yes, no mo ye gu yard ho na mo twa e ho so de betumi a na e ho so na mo twa shi ho na mo twa na ye tia bonte no na ye hwe yeah to come ben through here because na national security may tia say omo a people involved no omo do so nti omo pese omo nya nipa no so I am no omo nya omo a then omo ankasa ba begina ho no mo biebie on opened ones no what you say because see abasa no ko bi so a omba betu akase no na we ha but mwafa so betu make contract so I'm putting it to you say don't bend on what national security told you at that premises to come and say not fake no catch we have eyes. We can also detect boxes need be kurampo so yes boxes no be sealed yes national security grant tempai exactly the case. Good. I'm saying say until say sanka okoye now come Matias yo say bia na ye seal no kra na bia correct currencies na wo na one box pe na ye fake there be correct yes I agree. I'm saying say as much as me I am waiting for the investigation to be completed no we shouldn't go and sit on any media and say scan ye fake no but just like that but we can say nya ye ko hu ya ye bia su kire ye fake. That's what we are talking about. And I'm saying say don't conclude say scan ye fake anya we hu no so ye fake a won tumi nka de wo hu no yeah ahe na wo hu ye bebre Yes, indeed, you're fine. You may want to say I may want to agree with you. Say you are right. Kakra na muhu ye ne die.
Fake.
But when him say a better abontin so say is kind of crop your transport in the and I say cartel no more transporter. They put
correct ones
somewhere and then they put more of the fake one.
Under yes.
The time I was share na fake you know and na just wapa about so ni fake. Just like say omo the check ofi baby ba no mo de normal share
read.
Ube yi abe say ade nkra say bibia anim enso na hye. Ebi kwa ba kompe. Na hye. Mama yan let us not be so harsh to
no problem. But this update came because of the backlash and Uncle yes,
it is very good.
It
is very good that they have updated that. That is good governance, rule of law and transparency. But I'm saying, sir, we shouldn't go and sit anywhere and conclude say everything is fake.
No, because it be a MBA so
exactly. Until your best friend will say, the see how they are real. Now they are also a channel. Cocaine to me done a powder. 2 occasions in these 2 administrators.
Yes.
Under Mapenko Fabreso and Mills Mahama Breso.
Yes.
Enti Etwobosum. Enti ye making sure say those who are policing there no and can at least no once a while crop central for can 24/7 be. Enti who central ni we ukwa na ye abese ko pim say. Ye be wie. Na ye san frem. Na mako twahia. Ye dijatum. Asana yakoma beto yes because me as a city me try can say ni nyina fake.
Okay. But don't forget some nkofun so adwane. Enti ebi omudwan so omsisa correct ones adwane so a.
Oh, adame adena I don't want ubeje scan bia ama bia
eno na obia se no Facebook say.
Ukwa ho no masa. Ma me hwa wonsem.
Na me say moja. Obviously, this man is full. I want to go back. Amon Eric. Also, this man is full. Just a mami.
In this country,
bruh,
try not to defend anything to conclusiveness.
Oh,
until say you be hu
yes nya yehu na ye ka ho ase.
Okay.
Yehu ye no me ago da me gina so dollar me som was
and can you pictures?
Oh, pictures when I'm say Alaji Moro. So na Alaji Moro, UTV. Yeah, money video everything. On send me na no pay me mbo voice name me for videos me to no. Alaji.
But oh bo ahwe yie. Na won fan to nkrofo adwum say ni nyina ye fake.
Oh, me say. Say ya kan wie.
What can you say na wie me nimpa de tia me boss no.
Me can say ni na ye fake. Me say nya me hu ye. Yes.
Yo. Until Jakpa, go ahead and do what you are doing.
Yes,
regardless of any intimidation. Jakpa won't be intimidating.
Dabi.
You can't.
Also, akwese onwa ne kwafo ni bi. Akwese NDC fo ni bi.
Omo they are concerned say
as omo bonechi.
Yes.
Now as oba be useless to the government. Nti na opposition so egu no so. Nti opese media for who say stage omo dunie but yes sir national security there omo ye operations are the quiet
even crop process and saying interior the way okasa them so okasa too much
mutaka mubarak
we will deport people and then we will transfer all regional commanders.
Yes,
look, these are interior inside matters wonne IGP ne under defense
police for work communicate be omo friend say no communicate be they also wireless BB.
Okay, yes, you understand.
Under quiet,
but me into na me trouble ora Henry Cotton. Time na interior no. Okojina bonti can say we will do recommendation recruitment whatever. Ojina simply so the debut visit to the police time the interior minister. Was we would do recruitment something he made some wild
okay.
Into I'm saying say if you are interior liaise more underground. No man to public, sir.
Manuel Kabi Yapon.
All right. Mr. Odame, about the issue of gold. Say a car gold no ne cocaine anyway munyina ne car. All right, Mr. Odame. Into the about the issue Mate about the issue of gold now. Any dollars now. So more updated Ghanaians. But any no na Ghana for here. The Ghana for here ye Edin Alaji Ben. Moso wako ye ne dia no
alaji say ko searching zongo.
Thank you. It's mama ye hu nkrofo o mutai chire eno na hu hia Ghana for enye se wo de journalist for akoka se still egusu yedim se wo ho so as ya
say be purchases abina physical no na ye
oh there be yes ne say mo ka chere se makochi ne o ma bi say but for a very long time yente ho nka de ete ye pay alaji yenchi obi aye
o much lady na lotto kiosk na oti lotto ni mo
why your friend is saying so let us know because e kodru edubu ahin mo bo ni din so what there so mumbo din mo maye hu anipa kro no nkrofo mo de bibisa de alcohol mo di say dwumedie no because that me move about the issue of cocaine ne flight abakrom ha nansen
ugidi
e de be no cocaine ba me so that me flight abakrom ha na samba say buy mo sister stations are confirm say flight buy
and so you can say government spokesperson ade abetu say yes dwuma mbedi ye ni
omo government spokesperson or see Juma Mbedi and they catch there say flights no call Eba Ghana na kofa Luanda is Eba Ghana that's airmed but to share radar na so ankofa Luanda Eba Ghana straight
if you have an Eba Ghana
Grand Canaria if you got Grand Canaria and Eba Ghana straight ankofa Luanda and of the second flight no or my yes second flight no ain't me call EU straight because in here certification be I think if it's a RA3 certifications are called EU Luanda nibi which is a lie because Rwanda will be and the video video circulating nyina I can send it to you Mr. Odame Luanda was our certification no and the minister himself is not being plain to us.
And so I can say but in that moment no blackout see
exactly one way and Andra say he had a conversation with Obi and Oka say Mampeni said that you're interested in the case too much. But yes, that's what he said on as Ekosi saying. But yet the actual in team for are like action as so.
Why?
That was what he said. I can send you all the videos.
No, but just why they say President Mama?
Yes.
President Mama or instructing.
It's the is the government really ready to fight all these things? Because
we leave it here.
We are not seeing the seriousness of the government in the fight against Anyoma Wenyina because now the Dankwa do Yemampini na yehu sadie. When himself from 2008 to 2017 US classified as Ghana as one of the transit area the drug ekopan and no so na shas ye ene yesi cocaine yakwachi cocaine wo baby ene ochina gold anche biaro yasa kwachi cocaine biem. And then if
you teach and say mama penso no
na muja man penso no na Debbie
na security
attack twisted e patch say no we omu nya kwan fam be fam
omu fam kwanta monchi
omu Debbie omu fam be fam because from 2017
aden say we drew higher channel what's wrong with that
there is nothing wrong say yachi no yes say yachi no but e ban say na within 3 months John Mahama buy
enti mu de na lose
Debbie because you are not getting the point. The fact of the matter is, if a loser, then why is it say spokesperson catcher said John Mahama is not interested in it?
Oh no, kind of wow.
Hey, government spokesperson amount 78 million. Who can't say wow?
Hey, way President Mahama, unto me because you're interested.
But that's what he said. I said, oh yeah, the action, you're right. Was it Asem way crying? Asem man was here so. That man penny yeah. At the action, Reverend Team for you action idea. And it is a person beside a government spokesperson. Sanya Kasana say, you are holding 78 million. Ghana former 78 million.
And the Monsieur Bois, President Mahama, your interest or what interest was anymore. You know, say,
when him twist where was at the end, when him twist there was at the end.
Yeah, cool.
John Dramani Mahama say, Matia Bejuku so Munshe Adiemu. Now, who government spokesperson?
Who bet now? One say,
no. As some of the report, any report of the committee at Mampeniati no.
Yeah, that was the questions I was asking this morning.
Yes.
Say, Oba na kaso to me so security agencies information mo dey
yes.
Here who say authentic.
Rush no dey kwan. All right. Rush what dey kwan.
My brother instructed
security agencies.
What you say?
Committee.
Na there.
Oh, your committee or instructing security agencies.
Security matters, security for the bishop.
Sanaman
committee. So you have to correct me. Say
okay,
committee Mampeniat, you know, Ofosu Kwachia disregarded committee
But Mampeni security agencies. Maybe okay. Mami can say. Mami can say. Maybe your person twist. Mami can say. Mampeni say all the security agencies.
Yeah, or instructive.
I instruct them say.
Yes.
Money in team for John Kwatinase.
Good.
Now we share.
I say he didn't speak on his own.
No.
Listen, as a
NDC
committee member,
and that is don't send this thing around.
That's what he said.
Nothing.
But Obian friend.
Also your friend. Asamo Okan. For so kwachi say.
Obian friend.
We shouldn't go to minority leader who is Afenyo marking. And that is the communicate that Afenyo marking.
No, Tio.
Madame, in the days ahead, I better say I invite. Yeah, and I debate.
Let's get to the bottom of this matter. We don't invite a member of parliament through leadership.
No.
Yeah, inviting member of parliament through speaker. And it's Felix Bekache say or inviting the true speaker leader. No so to why do you invite a member of parliament through leader? Who does that? Are you serious?
Mr. Felix or boy.
Let us be serious in this country.
I want to be with you so badly.
And do you know what I want to be? Your ex.
You're welcome to the world of Virus TV.
Ladies and gentlemen, yeah, rockstar, yeah. I do you well, oh my love, but you play me through my heart for God, oh my love, yeah. I used to follow body, when other guys are touching body,
yeah, bro.
You can pack and go, yeah. You think that you stay on top, I do plenty. Don't for you, oh my love. Yeah, I used to follow body. When other guys are touching body, you come back and go. You come back and go. If you leave me now, your case, I don't go follow you again.
No do. Broken heart, no go catch me. And I did you many na AC. Will be our friend that was say. Mobile so Emmanuel Opoku Buedu Yadawase from the NDC, Manuel Dako MPP Sasuna Yao Asani Tano from the political analyst group and so Yadawase. Your friend Openiko Jadamiado Mena Madi Jume Chiame Yadia Sumo Sasuna Juliana Ben Francis Okokoko Abomochi Abomi Mechi Dom Ewo Efia Yadia Sumo Kosi Abuaje the darling boy the boss Bakope. Ono cheche ena obonti na nkasa Father Dixon na me se wo petilapia ya toto enhwe bebia Martin Hotel ewo Virgin City opposite wo no ho na bon say Rich's Kitchen opo honom saa so na me ubedi banku papa abani ya kana kama enti hwehwe Joe Lawa ubenya tilapia papa na hwehwe Rich's Kitchen ubenya turkey papa ya toto ukwane ya chia enye e wa toto nko a eti enwumre se obu odu a tie mesi se obu odu a onza me papa mensa ho chia me ho na yewibi makramo miso sui medi uja DJ Toxic na waje motata